Was that graphic? Frozen? I just realized.
I don't know.
I just come over back to this screen and it looked like it was all fucked up. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Tuesday Night Live. Live from Colorado. It's Tuesday night.
Okay.
What's up, everybody? Quick question. Is everybody else's screen frozen? Okay, so everybody's screen was frozen. Let's see. Let's bring up let's get the chat updating. Is it going? Oh, okay. Well, now the messages are pouring in. Let me pull up chat in a different window so I can see it. How's everybody doing? How's your week going? What are you looking at?
I'm trying to see if you guys can see Tom.
Is there a ghost?
Can you see Tom?
Go the other way. Oh, no, he moved.
Tom!
Asshole!
I'm trying to show people you and you run away.
All right, hold those thoughts because I'm bringing up our chat on another larger window. It's really small when... That's what she said. It's really small when it's just in Streamlabs. Carrie Ann with the donation. So happy you're live. I have COVID. Why are you sending us? That's not going to help you to feel better.
I hope you feel better.
Can we
COVID
Venmo
sucks.
you back? Emmy, welcome to being a Jack Mormon. Woohoo! I guess that's a good segue into our first announcement of the night, which is...
If you follow us on Instagram, you already know this.
Oh, yeah. So if you don't follow us on Instagram, go check us out because we're cool. Kind of. We have added a new tier, which is a lower tier because we don't want to gatekeep, right? Because we have new upcoming stuff going on that we want more people to be able to participate
Watch
that
parties.
we can't do here on YouTube because of
Copyright.
So we are doing them as friends, and we want all our friends to be able to participate. So we added a $1 tier for membership and Patreon called Jack Mormon. So you can join us on those lives.
You can be a Jack Mormon. If you're not privy on the term, it means you're a shitty Mormon, basically. That's what a Jack Mormon is you're not really Mormon. You just name only.
To paint a picture of the essence of the Jack Mormon, a Jack Mormon will argue with you about Joseph Smith not being an awful person while they are drunk off their ass. So
that's true.
Yeah, that's what people who still kind of believe it, but they don't really
they don't act like it.
They don't follow the precepts of Mormonism. So
which ties into our second. It's not really a second announcement. I mean, I guess it kind of is, but so now you can join watch parties for only $1. So, and we, like somebody just asked if we screen share, like we do it through our Discord server, which is how we avoid issues. And we just cast our screen. So you're watching what we have on our computer.
So if you haven't been joining us lately, we've done 2 thus far. Where's the other one? So the first time we watched this gem, that would be, let me make sure you guys can see it. Hold on. Bring up the viewfinder. This is the singles ward, which went into it.
Iconic,
I'd never seen
honestly.
it. I'd never seen it. It was actually pretty iconic. And then last week we watched the sequel, the singles second ward. Hold on. Let me get this. I don't know if you can read it very well. It's kind of small. Singles second ward. Not as good, but still... surprisingly charming, despite, Mormonism.
And you get to watch. And I wanted to bump it down to $1 a month so more people could participate because we're going to watch, what is it called? The True Lives of Mormon Wives?
True Lives of Mormon Wives.
Wives, I think that's right. So if you remember the whole swinging drama from back when McKay and I were still living in Utah, it's been a long time since we've talked about
Hashtag Mom Talk.
Frankie or any of them or Mom Talk or anything. Yeah. And so because of that, I'm going to watch it because I love trash TV. Okay. It has nothing to do with the content. I will watch it just because it is homey to me because it's Mormon-y and it's trashy. And so I'm obviously going to watch it. But then some of you guys were asking about it and we're like, oh, we'll just do a video about it. But I was like, why don't we just fucking watch it? Because we already have Hulu. So I'm like, I'm going to be watching it anyway.
Shout out to the student membership bundle with Hulu and Spotify that we're still riding off of.
That we're still writing on. So that being said, now if you want to join Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, we're going to start with the premiere, which happens September 6th. And so evening of September 6th, we're going to watch it. And
we'll just go one episode at a time. We don't want to overload everybody.
We don't want to overload anybody, but if there's interest, I'm going to be watching it anyway. So might as well. And then I've also seen a resurgence of, I don't know if you guys have seen it. I used to watch TLC, but I don't remember this show, so maybe it wasn't around when I was watching TLC, but what's it called? My Husband's Not Gay. Isn't that what it's called?
Yeah, something like that.
Like, that's literally the title. It's an old, you know how TLC is, right?
Yeah.
Like, y'all know how TLC is. So they have a show called My Husband's Not Gay, and it features gay Mormon men who are married to women. And so the whole show is kind of cringe, and that dynamic is harmful in and of itself. But we're going to potentially look into that and see where it is if I can find it.
It's TLC. I think, I don't know. It seems like a TLC show, which always kind of has that tinge of this is kind of unethical and mean. But, you know, I've been seeing clips on my For You page on TikTok.
We do have the Duggars after all, and Sister Wives, and...
but it looks interesting because, like, usually when you see these situations, or like from the outside looking, or from the inside when we were Mormons, it was kind of like this whole like badge of honor that, oh, you put off same-sex attraction and you married a woman despite struggling with that. And a lot of times they would get put up on a pedestal. There's like people writing books and getting book deals with Desert
Let
Books.
me tell you, as a therapist, like having worked with people who tried this dynamic, and it often ends quite tragically, it's not good for anyone. It's not a healthy dynamic.
No.
So, but this TLC show is interesting, and
yeah,
who knows how real half the shit on TLC is anyway. But I find it amusing, so it might be something I'll look around to see if I can find. So that's our plan. So you're welcome to join for $1 a month and join watch parties with us. And if you're not familiar with Discord, that's okay. We can get you situated. Mods or myself can help you get in the day of or the day before.
Yeah. And
parties.
we're usually watching we do it over on Discord, so let that be your guiding light. If it's gonna be a big issue for you, then
I'm still Discord illiterate and I can figure it out.
Fear not, we are complete Discord noobs. Whenever I think about Discord, I'm like, I can operate Discord a little bit better than I can operate like an old school.
Can you scroll?
Hold on. Then I can operate an old school message board. If it's not one reply deep on a message board, I can't figure it out.
That's right.
I was holding this so I can welcome our members,
yes,
our new Jack Mormons. Carry on, welcome, Birds of Paradise. I clicked on your channel hoping there were bird videos, and there weren't. So fix that. Just kidding. Birds of Paradise, welcome. AJ, welcome. Hannah, Carter, welcome. Let's go.
Katya fan.
Katya fan, is that the Katya? Whose last name always escapes me because I don't speak Russian.
So that is our plan. Yes, our mods are lovely. Sage is in there often being super helpful. So trust us. If you're Discord illiterate, I am as well. And it's my server, and I still have to ask people shit and like Google what the hell's happening all the time. So that's my spiel. If
ever you're like, wow, this Discord is kind of poorly managed, yeah,
that's literally our fault because we are not Discord professionals in any sense. So but our mods do a great job of helping us figure that out, like because 90% of the time they do better than us. So Katya. So yeah, if you have questions on memberships or anything, let us know. You can join here on YouTube or you can join on Patreon. Sage. Doesn't matter either way. YouTube, you get the benefits with a little badge to your name. It's really the only difference. But I think that covers it for
that.
And then we've got more Mormon.
Yeah, I think we
movies
can
to
fit
watch.
one more in before. And we've got the RM also.
The home
I have
teachers, the
on
RM, and
I'm partial
church
to
ball.
the RM because I've seen it a bunch of times and I like it. So we got the RM, which they all pretty much star the same cast. So if I don't recognize these
Unsurprising.
guys, home teachers. The tagline for this one is, whatever you do, don't answer the door.
Yep, that was my policy with my home teachers.
And church ball. So there you go.
Sunny Fawn, thank you for being a member for almost
23
2
months.
years.
Oh my God. Next month, it'll be the time.
2 years.
The
That's
time
amazing.
that you get 2 years. I think 2 years or 23 months is probably the max that you can get.
Really?
So shout out to Sunny. People like that. I like that about YouTube because you can see how long people have been members for.
Yeah.
Patreon, step your game up, honestly. Sorry for the people who are on Patreon. I feel like it's lesser. But, you know.
Indeed.
Whatevs.
What other announcements do we need to make? Oh, we're almost to 100,000 subscribers.
Oh, yeah. We were asking on Instagram stories what we should do for 100,000. And a lot of them had to do with baloney running stream. So,
Baloney.
I don't think that's going to happen.
There's lots of baloney love.
We love the baloney love. Tell the people. Here's your chance. Good evening, Danny D.
You got stage fright.
Stage fright.
So we don't know what to do for 100K. Like, I feel like we should do something to celebrate the fact that we've gotten to 100,000 subscribers, which we're greatly appreciative of and can't believe that we're at this point, honestly. And so we're trying to figure out what we should do for 100K. Like, if we should do like a live stream, some special kind of live stream where we do something different. Somebody else suggested like a watch party for everyone, so nobody has, like, it's free for everybody.
I don't know what we'd watch, though.
I don't know. So if you have any ideas, let me know, because I'm not creative in this sense. McKay's putting stinky
I'm
balloons in
spamming.
the chat.
You also get some of our custom emotes.
It's true. You get our emotes on
if you
YouTube.
remember. So shout out. Cooking with McKay, maybe Jello 100K. A Jello 100K. That would be cool.
What about
a 100K
cake? Because I will take
That'd be
any
good.
excuse for cake, honestly.
That would be dope.
Carrie Ann,
love that.
congrats on getting into grad school. That's amazing.
Let's go. Go make grad school your bitch.
Yes.
Honestly. That's the best that I can help you with at this point, because I watched Jordan slowly deteriorate over her grad school career.
It sucks while you're in it, especially towards the end, but like it's worth it. Sims might be a good idea if we do like a longer stream. Unboxing of the play button. We'll see when they send it to us.
Yeah.
Funeral potatoes. Discord membership doesn't carry over to YouTube, right? No. Patreon, you can link them. YouTube, you can't. So we have to do it for you. So once you get into the Discord server, there's a little...
YouTube, you should be able to.
Can you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
So link your YouTube.
I just do it manually.
The thing with that is Discord works one way where I think, or Patreon works one way where I think you go into your Discord and pair it with Patreon, and YouTube works another way where you go into YouTube and pair your Discord.
And if
I don't
that's
know
too
why it works
complicated
like
to
that.
figure out, there's a help desk channel in our Discord. You can just go in there and
There
type
are
whatever
YouTube
you're experiencing.
walkthroughs, so fear not. There's plenty of time to get it.
Okay. Egg extraction for IVF, stressful but exciting.
Dang.
Sending you good vibes.
Oh, and the 20-year high school reunion. Good luck. I didn't go to my 10-year because it was kind of fucking stupid.
I'm supposed to plan.
But Jordan's
my
supposed
tenure.
to plan hers for next year, so good luck with that. Darling.
We'll see if it actually happens. Okay, I think that wraps things up in terms of announcements
Hell yeah.
that I had anyway. Go follow us on Instagram. Like, that's where I ask for suggestions and post updates and things. And so I wasn't a class president, but I was like the teacher's pet. I was an office assistant for 4 years. And so like
She's
I was
finally
better
admitting
friends.
it, guys.
I was better friends with the teachers and adults than I was like my classmates a lot of times. But I also didn't have a friend group. Like, I didn't have a consistent friend group. I had one best friend, and I just kind of bounced around to every group. So I got kind of shoved into this position because I know lots of the different groups instead of just being, like, the popular girl.
Cults to Consciousness update on Tim Ballard? No, I didn't see that.
I go to Kara for all those updates.
The Nuance Ho,
which they do it together sometimes. Who gifted memberships?
Oh, that was up here. Megan Goddess gift with the 5 memberships. Welcome, everybody.
Thank you, Megan.
Who just received memberships. That would be Rebecca, Mommy of Kittens, Cal B. Oh, another 5 from Elise, all the way from Down Under. Also, Elise.
2 Lauras, Laura P, and just Laura, Lion at Heart.
I guess I moved it, but I can still see your crocheted or knitted. Is it knitted or crochet?
I think it's crochet.
Bluey and Bingo that she sent to us like 2 years ago.
Yes, we still have them. Okay. Thank you to both of you.
And welcome to all the new people.
Yeah. Hopefully there's some...
Sage got gifted again.
We love that.
That has to be at least 3 times for Sage.
I love it. So also, if there's anybody who's new here, let us know, because I'm curious since we've gotten an influx of subscribers recently. I recognize a lot of like our usual peeps, but I also see some names that I don't see as often. So if you're new here,
welcome. Hopefully you'll catch on with the grid references.
Grid.
Gang. I just need to make a little clip of that so we can just show it on every stream when it inevitably comes up.
Yeah. Oh, sparkling glass slipper. Look at that.
Tim said Nuance Ho announced her divorce is almost final. We actually knew that a while ago, so.
Okay.
We know a lot of things that you guys don't know.
Okay, stop.
Just kidding. It's not that much.
Okay. Go up a little bit. There was lots of gifteds from Sparkling Glass Slipper. Thank you. And then
5.
Inklet. Thank y'all for existing. Keep kicking life's booty. Thank you.
We're just trying to survive. I'm going to be keeping it real. Michaela with the Jack Mormon tier. What's up?
Welcome.
And Carrie Ann with 1 gifted.
Thank you.
Am I spilling too much tea? Do I need to redact that?
Yeah. I'm not telling you.
Okay, I didn't.
Anymore.
Damn.
I'm kidding.
I didn't say anything.
It's fine.
I just said, hey, we know this stuff.
Yeah. Okay, so what's on our trending topics today?
Trending topics? Oh, I had one, but we kind of ruined it.
We ruined it?
A little bit. Where the fuck is Safari? Why isn't it coming up?
We're on this.
Hold on, everybody. Sorry. Oh, I guess. We're in Safari.
That's why.
That would be why. Okay.
Michelle, I don't know much about the Plath family. I only know a very limited amount from what I've seen from.
Oh, I think I saw you in the comments the other day.
Maybe we'll make a video eventually, but
I just go to Fundy Fridays. They do.
She knows way more than me.
They do it better. We are late to game on that one, and they're not really like a special interest for us. So, Bowl of Hell shirt number. I don't know which one this is. Honestly, I have a whole bunch. Of the clean ones in the closet, it's 3.
Welcome, Justine.
Except for I don't know. I might have some long sleeves that are clean.
Alex Hook. Hopefully it takes my money this time. Jordan and McKay have a great Discord, and y'all should join. Thank you, Alex. We appreciate that. I saw you're a new member, so welcome.
Welcome.
Ew, why am I looking at this?
I'm sorry. I'm going to get that away.
Just pulled up Ballerina Farm on my screen.
Get out of here. God damn it. Wait, hold on.
Okay, McKay's finding what we're going to talk about today.
I was looking at a camera lens.
We seemingly have a lot of Catholics, ex-Catholics, former Catholics, progressive. I would say
this?
Catholics.
Okay, here it is.
Yeah, you can join the Discord if you aren't a member. Discord server is open to everyone. There should be a link in the description.
All the way from the church news. The follow-up to the Ballerina Farm article.
I did, and it kind of blew my mind a little bit, and it pissed me off because I know it's not intentional because she doesn't care about us, and I don't really care about her either. But we released our article, Ballerina Farm video, and then literally I'm in the chat responding to you guys who are watching the premiere of the Ballerina Farm video, and she drops the fucking video.
And we're like...
She drops the response to the video, which was bonkers and stupid, and probably you guys voted on Instagram and said that it probably needs its own video, so that's probably something that we're going to have to do a video on, because I thought it was insane. But I was not necessarily surprised by what she had to say.
There's always that. Anyway, let's go on to what I was going to bring up before we were talking about Lives of Mormon Wives. What the fuck is it called? Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Can we watch the trailer, or would we get copyright claimed for that?
I think we might get copyright claimed for that.
Can we watch it without audio and just captions on?
You know what? Let's see if I can run the check while we're doing it. How about that?
Yeah, Cara Burrell or Nuance Ho has a new podcast all about Timmy. Tim Ballard, the former founder of Operation Underground Railroad, and he has nasty behavior, more than I ever wanted to know or even hope to understand, even being on the surface.
Honestly,
of these things.
Are we really surprised though?
So if you haven't heard, she's got a new podcast with a person. I don't know much about Ryan, but I know that he was like a former associate of Tim's. So like I think he used to directly work with Tim, which gives obviously some interesting insight. So if you're interested in Tim Ballard's stuff, she's got a new podcast coming out and some other cool things in the works. So go check that out if you are interested.
Timmer, are you ready?
Oh, are you not checking it right now?
I'm checking right now. Do you want to move on to this?
Yes. Do you want me to read it?
Yeah. Let me put it over on the screen. Sorry, I brought it up prematurely for y'all and then got distracted.
I don't know much about this. McKay just said
it.
He wanted to talk about it, so I will give that disclaimer.
Because it relates to what we're talking about right now.
So this is from the Church News, the official Mormon Church News. Church releases statement on media portrayals titled, "When Entertainment Media Distorts Faith. The true story of our faith is best seen in the countless lives of those who strive daily to follow our Savior, Jesus Christ."
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Jeebus Christ.
Can we get the just body of the text?
Okay. You want me to read this?
Hold on, can I? Never mind. Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Oh, we also probably need to talk about the church released a statement, I think, in response to the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Also.
That would be this.
That's what this is?
Pretty sure, yes.
I thought you were talking about something else.
No.
Okay. Because, they won't make a statement about, like, Ruby or Jody or Chad murdering people.
Yeah, but
they'll
once
make a
we got
statement about
trash
a Hulu
TV,
reality TV show.
yeah, now we're
It's fine.
talking.
It's fine. Okay, so the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, like other prominent global faith communities, often find itself the focus of the attention of the entertainment industry. They think they're so special, don't they? Some portrayals are fair and accurate, but others resort to stereotypes or gross misrepresentations that are in poor taste and have real-life consequences for people of faith. Okay, right off the bat, immediately, tell me what consequences you're facing as a Mormon that there's a Hulu reality trash TV show about women who are kind of Mormon, but not really. Like, tell me how that impacts you as a Mormon in any way. This is the epitome of the person who's like, I'm so unbothered, but then like makes 30 TikToks about it, sends out 100 tweets.
I'm unbothered, guys.
And it's like, you're not unbothered. Like, clearly you're so bothered by it that you had to make like a whole ass statement about it when you won't make statements about shit. But you'll make statements about this, like, right? But this is as we know with Mormonism, the Mormon Church has a very strong PR department. So they are very public relations aware and oriented. And so when it comes to these kinds of things, you bet they're going to be on top of it.
On God. Do we need to scroll?
I was reading comments. Sorry. Go back up. While this is not new, a number of recent productions depict lifestyles and practices blatantly inconsistent with the teachings of the church. Others irresponsibly mischaracterize the safety and conduct of our volunteer missionaries. Oh, that was that movie, huh?
Yeah.
We understand the interesting use of volunteer missionaries there. We understand the fascination some in the media have with the church, but regret that portrayals often rely on sensationalism and inaccuracies that do not fairly and fully reflect the lives of our church members or the sacred beliefs that they hold dear. Again, I ask, what does this do for you as a Mormon? Like, even if I was Mormon, I would probably find this fairly amusing because I was pretty progressive even when I was Mormon. But this wouldn't, like, make me question my beliefs. No. But here's my theory. My theory is because of the swinging, the church feels like this is too close to polygamy. And so they have to say something about it.
That's fair.
That's the only reason that I would think that they would say something about this. Because, like, it's like swinging and polygamy are not even closely related at all whatsoever. But Mormons don't really understand that. And so they see, like, having sexual relations with multiple people, outsiders might going to be people associate Mormonism with polygamy, and then they see modern members practicing swinging, which is not really something you practice, but are swinging or have open relationships, and then
no, they weren't practicing; polygamy. They were performing.
So that's my theory as to why they made this statement, because it's getting too close to the sun on polygamy, is my thought.
Flying too close
to the sun. Okay, scroll. Millions of church members around the world,
mostly in the United States, but whatever,
are deeply dedicated to family fidelity service and the gospel of Jesus Christ. We invite all to consult reliable sources of information and listen to the voices and authentic experiences of individuals and families who find great joy and satisfaction in living these principles. The true story of our faith is best seen in the countless lives of those who strive daily to follow our Savior Jesus Christ. So, like, interesting buzzwords. Scroll up a little bit. Oh, right there. Family fidelity. Fidelity. So they're hitting
They're hitting two birds with one stone. So they're talking about this new,
Hulu
kind of like thriller
series.
Horror. Yeah, the Secret Wives of Mormon Wives. That's such a tongue twister. They should not have done
Secret
it.
Lives of
They should
Mormon
not
Wives.
have named it that. So there's that one, and then this new thriller horror movie with Hugh Grant. What's that called?
About sister missionaries. I got some DMs about it.
It looks kind of interesting. I mean, the premise of it is like, I mean, they want to say, oh yeah, this is like kind of, whatever. But actually, shit like that happens.
Heretic.
People get heretic. Thank you. I was looking for the title.
Thank you, Meg, in the chat.
So
that is why the missionary things is in there.
Yeah.
And I just, like, as long as they're, like, I haven't seen it, full disclosure, like, I haven't seen it. But I understand that it's a horror film and, like, might be centered on sister missionaries.
Sorry, I'm looking for a post.
And so, my only beef with that is if it's encouraging people to, like, be mean to missionaries, because, we're always the biggest advocates for missionaries are just like 18-year-old brainwashed kids.
I don't know. It kind of just comes back to
anything.
To media literacy.
Yeah.
Like this guy, I mean, you watch the trailer for it. This guy is clearly a bad person and he's doing bad things to innocent people. If you're like, oh, this is going to encourage people to do bad things to
I don't see that.
Unsurprising victims, like
it just seems
kind
like,
of a reach.
It seems like an opportunity to be like, let's practice our persecution complex.
Yeah.
And be like, everybody's so fascinated by the church. It's like they're all for like the negative attention, but then when they get it, they're like, we don't like it.
Like, Yeah.
So that's my feeling on this. If you guys would have asked me like a week ago and said, will the church make a statement about the secret lives of Mormon wives? I would have said no with 100% confidence because I really did not think that they would.
I didn't think they would be so...
Clearly,
so
they're triggered by it. But that's my theory is that it's the polygamy thing, and that's why it's causing issues, and they feel like they need to address it. But I don't know much about the like Sister Missionary movie.
That's the one. Oh yeah.
What?
Sorry, I found the post I wanted to share.
Oh.
It is pretty interesting that they're.
What is it?
Something I'm poked over. I'm so unbothered, guys, but I'm going to talk about it on the stream. But I'm unbothered. I might release a public statement, just to be safe, so everybody knows that I'm unbothered. So yeah, let me bring that up here. I just might have to log into Instagram because it's always upset over something.
I did see the part of the handbook changes. The young women are door greeters for sacrament meeting. I can't decide if that's equality or creepy. Depends on if the young men already do door greeting. Ours did.
Yeah.
Ours did. I remember that.
Usually was like that because the priesthood had to stand guard at the door. Like they would close the doors for the sacrament.
They're really just handing out programs.
They're just handing out the programs, yeah. And then they would just stand there kind of at attention. And then when the deacon who was carrying the bread or the water needed to go out into the foyer for the people who need to take their kids out because we live in a society.
You know what this is?
They would open the door for them.
You know what this is? This is what the church does every so often. Because women are complainers, am I right? And so women complain and they're like, oh, we need more, like we want to be respected and treated with equality in the church. And they're like,
Jordan's going full-blown anti-feminist right now.
So what happens is they're like, here, you stupid feminist, take this little crumb of a thing that will make you feel like you have an important job to do in God's kingdom. When in reality, your only job is to get pregnant. So you can stand at the door and you can wave at people as they come in. You can have that distinguished job, but nobody really cares. And so this is what they do.
You're not allowed to be a distinguished gentleman.
Every so often they'll give the women or the young women a crumb of a thing to be like, oh, the tides are changing. Like they're recognizing women's authority. Like you're telling me I need authority to stand at the fucking door and say hi to people? Like,
yes,
the women do that without priesthood authority all the damn time. So what?
Yeah, the ladies are out there with the fucking kid because they won't be quiet,
So that's just my thought on that. But it is kind of creepy in the sense of like, if you look at it, I saw somebody on Twitter was like, Brigham and Joseph would be very happy with that decision. It was like, put the young women at the door to like entice men and members to come in and want to convert. And like in reality, I don't know if that's actually accurate or not, but I think truly it is like we're just trying to give crumbs.
That sounds like it would be a Tommy Monson idea.
Maybe. I don't know. I've heard that Rusty's on death's door, so we might be looking at some changes in church leadership soon. They have to whisper.
If that motherfucker makes it to 100 and Betty White didn't, I will riot in Minecraft. Seriously. I mean,
we wish him no harm or ill will, but
it's not fair that dude gets to be 100 and Betty White didn't. Sorry. It is what it is. Before we moved on, I did the checks and it came back good, so we're gonna run it.
Well, if it kicks us, then we can just start a new live stream, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're taking a risk with this. There was no copyright claims that came up on this, but it is Hulu's content, so there's a good chance that they're not gonna like this.
They might hate on us.
So if the stream closes out and you're like, what the hell just happened?
We'll get it back up as soon
We'll
as
just get it up in a few, give it a minute or two, check back, everything will be back up again.
It says no restrictions.
So we're gonna roll with that.
We're rolling with it. Look at Baloney. Stinky's in the chat for Baloney. I saw a whole bunch of you got your membership today. All these angels earned their wings for Baloney to get his recognition.
Oh, he's looking at the mouse.
Let's see if he'll kind of jump up for it. Hold on. You guys might get something really special right
get
here.
It, Baloney.
Get it, Bones. I like how the ears are just barely in view.
You can barely see his ears.
We need to get a little feather thing on a fishing pole and dangle it like right above the camera. That would be so cute.
You guys can get like a good view.
How come nobody has thought of that yet? Shame on
Spoinky.
you all. It's your job to give us ideas on that front. Look at that. Look at that balloon. It gets bigger if I jiggle it really fast.
That's what she said. Oh my God. Okay,
right,
so are
baloney's
you
not-
ready? Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Let's watch it.
Will you turn up your volume really quick to see if it is playing? All right. We're hitting it.
I love the Mormon church, but there are a lot of rules that we have to follow. We were raised to be these housewives for the men, serving their every desire.
I'm way behind.
Have kids by the time you're
That's
21. Or in my case, at 16. Well, I'm like this.
Just pause it.
I created Mom Talk.
I'm checking to make sure that you guys have volume.
She's checking.
We have a delay. Yes.
Okay, we're good.
It's a group of Mormon moms making TikToks. It started with Whitney, Macy, Michaela, and I.
We're breaking a norm. We are trying to change the stigma of gender roles in the Mormon culture.
That's what scares me. In the church,
Turn it up.
rules for a reason.
Volume's very...
My goal was really just to
Hold on, y'all.
Hold on.
Hold on, y'all. Let me see here. Loop back. Increase to maximum firepower. Do we
You
need
want
to
us
start it
back up
over?
a little bit?
Yeah, I'll at least back it up a couple. Can I boost it even more?
Baloney's right in
Doesn't
front of the
look like it.
screen.
Yep,
so.
I have to. All right, let's test it out. It's 10% louder.
my family.
Who is trying to change the stigma of gender roles in the Mormon culture?
That's what scares me. In the church, we have rules for a reason.
Macy, I need you to twerk your ass off. My goal was really just to be able to provide for my family.
Who is currently the breadwinner at home?
All of us.
Really?
We blew up overnight. 2 million followers, 9 million views. Whoa.
It's been really crazy for us.
And then it just turned into this whole group is swinging with each other.
Wait, what?
Turn on captions. Do we have captions? Oh, we don't.
No, I downloaded it.
With like everyone?
Taylor announced that the group was involved in
Apparently, it's still quiet.
Swapping in front of each other, standing
What the fuck?
Okay, hang on. Let us figure it out.
I don't have anything installed to make it any louder, so
Can't you just play it from YouTube now?
it shouldn't be any louder.
But you'd have captions at least.
Yeah, let's do it from there. Baloney?
Because some people are saying they can't hear it at all.
You can't hear it at all? But you can hear it right here, right?
Okay, hang on. Let us figure it out. Ew.
Baloney. God damn it. Why is it so quiet? What the hell? What the fuck?
Oh my god. Is it supposed to say mute when capturing there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it should be.
It's
It's probably because we're not running it through the AirPods. Let's try that.
Okay.
Sorry, Al. Baloney the director. All right.
Don't worry, y'all. We'll get it eventually.
We'll get it eventually. All right, you need to hold your...
You're going to have to back it up.
No, I will.
I'm shocked we didn't get claimed for
You have
that
to hear
Sam
it.
Smith song. Apparently it's still quiet.
Hit live. Sorry, we're just doing an audio test right now.
You're going to have to back it up. No, I will.
Oh, wow.
Nada.
Now you can't hear anything.
Nada.
What the hell? I have it on. Okay, that would explain why you guys can't hear it at all. Oh, is it because I don't have...
Ding dong.
I don't have QuickTime turned on. Ah! That would be why. Okay.
Oh.
Now you guys should be
Mormon church,
we go.
but there are a lot of rules that we have to follow. We were raised to be these housewives for the men, serving their every desire. Have kids by the time you're 21, or in my case, at 16. Well, I'm like this.
Show me what you're working with.
It's a group of Mormon moms making TikToks. It started with Whitney, Macy, Michaela, and I.
We're breaking a norm. We are trying to change the stigma of gender roles in the Mormon culture.
Welcome, Sarah.
That's what scares me. In the church, we have rules for a reason.
Macy, I need you to twerk your ass off.
Show me what you're working with.
My goal was really just to be able to provide for my family.
Who is currently the breadwinner at home?
All of us.
Really?
That's right. We blew up overnight. 2 million followers, 9 million views.
Whoa.
It's been really crazy for us.
And then it just turned.
Taylor announced that the group was involved in soft swinging.
It was like swapping in front of each other, standing next to each other. No!
Now there's a fight for mom talk.
You guys can't keep doing this.
The drama's now with the husbands.
The group is important to me.
Being divorced
Never
and
cut.
taking care of 2 kids would be kind of tough, so you make the decision.
It feels like they're stuck in another era, and it's starting to tear the group apart.
Online, it looks like we're all the bestest of friends, but
Sound
we're
gone.
not.
What the fuck?
Ooh, awkward.
It's going in and out. I can't trust any of y'all. I'm
We're
sorry.
the most devout out of. And then there are others. Drinking helps you be a better mom. It's gonna be drama tonight. There's something in the air.
911, what is your emergency? Somebody is screaming, get off me.
What's your name?
And Taylor.
Taylor. At this time, you're going to be placed under arrest.
I can't help it.
There's so many secrets, there's lies, gossip.
Sometimes fights are necessary. The gloves are off, baby.
You're hurting so bad. I'm done. I'm out. If the group even survived this, there's a whole story that we literally haven't told anyone.
Oh, I'm so excited. You guys don't even understand. Oh,
Unfortunately, I feel like this is just
it's gonna be so
inflated
good.
egos.
I just love it. I mean, I think sometimes we make the wrong people famous. I think that's part of this.
Yes.
But I think it
I think
will
it's
be like a very interesting experiment to watch. And the heavy emphasis on religious themes and Mormon imagery and having them all wear the same outfit and they're standing in front of the temple and choosing
Jack
Unholy
Mormons
by Sam Smith is like the
Right.
epitome of a perfect song for something like this. And my opinion is they talked about they hinted at a reality TV show for a while, like months and months and months ago. And then we didn't hear
It was
about
like
it.
well over a year ago.
It was a while ago. And I was like, okay. And then we didn't hear shit about it. And then Taylor got arrested.
And we
And
thought,
then
oh, it's cooked.
If I was a producer, I would be saying this has to go up now. Because there is, like, if you're a fan at all or if you're familiar at all with the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, it went primo when Jen Shaw got arrested and went to federal prison for fraud. And getting arrested and that whole thing and the drama and all of that, like, skyrocketed the ratings of that show. So in my opinion, I think there might have been interest, but as soon as Taylor got arrested and they had arrest footage, I think that skyrocketed the chance that this was actually going to land on TV.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate, and that we're kind of a gross society that we operate this way. But nonetheless, I'm excited for this.
For those who are just arriving, we're doing watch parties, but we're doing them over on Discord. We made a $1 tier so you can join us over there.
Yes.
So that way.
The only reason we can't do it for free is because of copyright. So if we could do that, then it would be a different conversation. But unfortunately, we have to have a different platform for that.
Yeah, we have to do it over on Discord. Inspirationora Pet Care LLC. I saw you join
Thank you.
at the Jack the Jack Mormon tier and then upgrade your membership, and then you made a donation, you are too kind. She said, I discovered your channel and ended up binge watching your videos to the point where I'm rewatching them now. You guys are truly awesome and truly inspiring.
Thank you.
We love you. We appreciate you. You're
that.
awesome. What did Taylor get arrested for? If you don't know, I don't want to spoil the ending.
It was a domestic incident with her
Jordan
current boyfriend where she threw things at him while her children were present. And so she got arrested for, if I recall correctly, a domestic violence charge. And they are still together. And now they have a child together. So this is just about, there's nothing funny about domestic violence, but this is about as messy as it gets in terms of reality TV. And I think, honestly, I think this is going to be a hit.
Yeah, when it comes to...
There's so much intrigue here.
Religion and scandal and...
Like Mormonism, and everybody wants the
clash.
swinging tea. Like, that's what I'm here for. Like, I knew they were swinging, and I called it then. And I said it then. And they all denied it, but I knew it was happening.
We all knew.
So...
So, yeah.
Hello, baloney.
They did a good job on the trailer.
They did. The trailer was good.
I like that.
Coates giving Handmaid's Tale a little bit. Yep.
Totally. Mormon in name only.
Yes.
Mino.
Mino.
Mino. I say Mino because of Rhino.
I want to eat myself off a building in Minecraft, but it makes for the cringiest TV, and I just love it so much.
I'm in Australia, and I think I can get Hulu. Don't think you can get Hulu yet. I'm not sure about that, but you can join.
But you can still join us because you'll be able to see it with us.
Yeah, so there's that.
Called the swinging, called the Frankie stuff. Terrible things to be right about. I mean, the swinging not so much because I don't care about that if everybody's a consenting adult.
Yeah.
But
I mean, in this case, it did destroy a lot of people's lives.
Yeah.
So.
But I mean, now they're getting that bag, it seems.
Somebody is. I don't know how the division of all that is anyway.
I imagine there's some drama with that. Because, like, how do you distribute? Because Taylor was the one doing a lot of those videos, so she would have been the one getting the majority of the money.
Who knows? She's like the nexus of the whole thing. Like, if y'all had seen this as practicing Mormons, would y'all have been like, they're not real Mormons? Yes, absolutely. And that's what that whole statement that the church made was. They're like,
they're not Mormons.
Because this has officially crossed the line. We talk about Mormons all the time who are like towing the line, where they're like, yeah, I don't wear my garments. I don't think that you have to wear your garments. It's all between you and God, and they're not going to necessarily make anything about that. But this is like making headlines, and they're like, we want to unequivocally state that this is not a representation of what Mormons.
Which honestly, who thinks that? Like, who sees Mormon?
Seriously.
Like, Mormons
Somebody
have.
said yours is quiet. Sorry.
Oh, is it mine?
Just make sure you're plugged in.
People associate Mormons with being like the extremist prude possible. Like, you just watch those college TikToks where everybody makes fun of them for being like so extremely prude. And then Mormonism is over here thinking that they're gonna think that swinging is just a regular practice, and Mormon, like, no, that's not a thing.
I don't think that has ever been ever crossed anybody's mind, except for if you can consider polygamy swinging. Then that would, I guess, make that connection.
We're talking about The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, which is going to be on Hulu. If you'd like to watch it and you can't watch it because you're not in the United States, it'll be on Discord, so you don't have to log in or join or pay for anything.
Have to be available when
in terms of like buying a Hulu subscription or something. So
there won't be a VOD of something like that because it's going to be
it's good.
Live.
Like, you got to be there in person at the time to see it, because otherwise get a
VPN.
Copyright. Yeah,
it's one of the few uses of a VPN.
True. Okay, what did you want to bring up?
Oh, this stupid ass video that made me rage, if I'm being honest. Let me see if it has music in it or what's the deal.
Is that even a rule? This is an elder from the Mormon Church, or the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
There's nothing against hugging the opposite gender. Sometimes elders need...
Probably all right. It's just stupid ass piano music.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So can we move on? We're moving on from this.
Yeah.
Cool. We're putting that to bed. Everybody in the chat, help us out if people are still kind of asking where that can happen. Thanks, Alina.
September 6th. Get ready.
Let's see here. This made my blood kind of boil, if I'm being honest. Did I tell you about this, Joe?
What?
This video?
Yes,
I feel
you
like
were very mad
I
about
probably did.
It's fairly rare that you get mad about Mormon things very often, and this was one of them.
Made me very annoyed. Anyway, I'll just let it speak for itself.
I can't
hear. Oh,
hear.
hold on, you can't hear. Get your earbud back in, girl.
Baloney, you're making my nose
The
itch.
Church of Jesus.
Let me be clear. Are we is it too loud now? I'm sorry, guys. Do we need to redo it?
I mean, you don't really need to hear it to get the full picture of what's happening. You can give context before you give your thoughts.
Well, I want to hear the thoughts of everybody. What is your perception of Mormon missionaries and even just hugging between people of the opposite gender? Baloney, I can't fucking read, dog. You need to pick a new spot or at least lay down.
He says, that sounds like a personal problem to me.
Hello, everybody. That was good. My ears murdered, but yeah, sorry about that. Unfortunately, the whole situation earlier made me have to turn it way up, and I forgot it was way up.
We've officially traumatized them.
I'm sorry, everybody. Okay, Baloney, I need to read. I can't read. Gotta find a new spot.
Give the context for the video for the people who might not have heard
Okay,
the audio.
let's just watch it again. I'll turn it down.
No, we do not need to. We do not need any more sound audio issues. Just explain.
Stop yelling at my orange son. You're not my dad. Okay, if it's flirt to convert, then no. Okay, so we watched a video where this guy was like, Mormon missionaries can hug people of the opposite gender, and it's fine, especially if they need like that kind of support or whatever.
They just want to. Sometimes they need a hug from their grandma.
What he was talking about was a sister missionary who is kind of pedestalized as a mother despite being not related to a person. Why is hugging sexualized? That's what I'm saying. Okay, so my beef with the whole premise of this is this guy was like, it's okay. And it unequivocally in the past has never been okay. Not even like a slight bit. Even like hugging your family outside, like your extended family, I feel like was implied as not even allowed. But like your mom was fine.
Yeah.
Right? Am I wrong on that?
I mean, yeah.
You're kind of jaded because your friend fornicated with a very recently returned missionary.
Just because these rules exist doesn't mean that they actually listen to them.
I think it's weird they're so hung up on hugging, but also Utah has one of the highest SA cases in the U.S. Yeah.
Yeah.
So are we on the same page? Because just to paint a picture, when I was a missionary, our mission president got up in front of the whole mission and was like, you should not be taking photos with sister missionaries unless you're in a large group.
Even the photo implied something.
Because the photo could implicate missionaries having some sort of relationship. And to even further the point, not even side hugs. Not even side hugs.
No side hugs.
Further the point, when I was the day before I went to the temple for the last time and then back on to home, there was a family that we got really close with, my companion and I, because my companion wanted to go home and I was tasked with keeping him there. But I was like, fuck it. If he wants to hang out, that's fine by me. I'm not going to push him or anything like that because I'm not an idiot. Anyway, so we got really close with this family, and some of the ladies wanted a hug before we left. So I gave them a hug, and then we went home. And when we arrived at the house, my companion straight up cried because I hugged them. Sobbed. And I felt awful because this was like a rule that everybody took really seriously, that you're not supposed to do anything more than hug sister missionaries. And even further than that is I feel like they take it more seriously because it can be a liability in a lot of places. But a lot of times, or it's in the handbook that like elders are never supposed to go into a non-public place with a woman if her husband or there's not another man around.
To illustrate this, I had the missionaries walk me home from high school one day. They were on their bikes and everybody else was mean to them. So I was like, you know what? You can walk me home. I'm like the Jack Mormon member. Why not? And so they walked me home. I had a massive crush on one too. I thought I was going to live out my Mormon fantasy. But anyway,
Wait, did I know that one?
No, he was like oldest missionary I've ever met. He was like 26.
Rodriguez?
No. Wayward member. You would have known him. It was while you were gone, I think. But anyway, they both walked me home on my bike, like a decent amount of miles. Like it was a while. Probably took me like 25 minutes. Walked me all the way home. And then I was like, hey, I'm going inside. Like, I know you can't come in. It's whatever. And then they were going to leave and he was like, I have to pee. Can I use your bathroom? And I was like, yeah. I was the only one home. And I was like probably 16 or 17. And I was like, yeah, like it's right there. Go use it. And he was like, I can't use it if you're in here. And I was like, oh my fucking God. So I had to go stand outside on the driveway at like a distance away from the other elder. So like people would know that there's like distance between us.
Why didn't the other elder go in too?
I don't know. To this day, I don't.
Because they shouldn't have been separated.
They shouldn't have been separated, but our bathroom was right off the garage, so maybe they thought that it was fine. But anyway, like that's how serious they take these rules when it comes to like being alone with women. And in that case, girls.
Yeah. I don't know. It's so like with all of that, and then to see these, I hate Instagram, but I love Instagram because this is all of the shit that this comes up naturally on my feed is pro-Mormon shit. And there is a lot of it. I don't know. Is there a lot of like ex-Mormon content on Instagram for you? Because I get almost no ex-Mormon content.
Ex-Mormon content?
Yeah. Not like I do on TikTok.
Not really. I mean, I follow some ex-Mormon people, but I deal with it so much at work that I hate seeing it I don't interact with it. And I'll just say not interested if it comes up.
Well, I love to I don't really like to touch the poop very often. This one, unfortunately, I did touch the poop. But I surf the toilet bowl, if you know what I'm saying. But anyway, to see Mormon influencers just like straight up sugarcoat it the way that it is. And I don't know, maybe things have changed now. And I would love to see that change for the better, but I do not think that this is widely accepted, that missionaries can hug other missionaries of the opposite gender or even just other people.
But it creates such a, in my opinion, for the environment that it creates, it can be so full of sexual tension.
Yeah.
Because of that. Because, like, they can't, nobody's allowed to touch themselves. So they can't relieve themselves of any normal human desire or urge. And so then they're all very young. They're all 18 to 25. They're all have hormones and are attracted, generally speaking, to other people.
Oh, I'm going to be 100% honest. It's the horniest environment that I've ever been in.
It is.
Without
and everybody's so repressed.
Yeah, and it does happen. People go home all the time because they break one of those commandments and stuff like that.
Let me tell you, the issues that we had, me being on the leadership board in my women's role, and my young single adult ward when I was, young single adults being like 18 to 29, like the amount of mess that happened because you have like elders who are in their 20s in a ward with 18 to 29-year-old people, like 18-year-old girls, 18-year-old college freshman girls, and they're like preaching and ministering to them and shit. Like, it's almost like irresistible. Like, it's all like the environment, like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like shit exploding in a microwave. Like, it's just like, it's gonna happen and it's gonna be messy and bad. Like, it's gonna break something, somebody's going home, somebody's in trouble.
It always comes out.
Like, it's bad.
Makes them hurry to marry and make ties. Yep. Exactly. I mean, it does two great things. It gets you to understand that the outside world, outside of Mormonism, is not friendly to you, and it's not friendly to your core belief. And it also instills that that sense of urgency to get married and to have kids, because everybody fucking knows that proselytizing missions they cannot keep up anymore because of the internet.
Yep.
Because everybody knows about the Mormons. Like, nobody is really out there that doesn't know about the Mormons anymore. Almost everybody does.
Thank you,
so,
internet.
Yeah. I guess here in the United States, sorry about anybody abroad that might be like, oh, we don't know anything about the Mormons around here. But, I mean, they're there even in small little enclaves and stuff like that. Basically everywhere. But, yeah, they need those people born into the church so that they can get them young. They can, indoctrinate them from a young age, and they can have continued membership because there's no other way for them to do it.
It's true.
So anyway, I really lost my shit on that one. I was like, are you for real, dog?
Do you have any other cringe Mormon reels that we could watch?
Oh, this guy's fucking full of them. This guy's name on Instagram is Elder TikTok. Does it get worse than that? Somebody made a good point. I needed to come back to it. Who was it? The Morrigan Bicon. They're sugarcoating Mormonism. Why not tell about how black folks were not allowed to have the priesthood? Yeah. You should hear the brain rot reasoning that they will come up with to defend that whole bit.
I'll give it to you straight. God is racist. They were not. They were just listening to racist God. Racist God said no. And they were like, wow, God, that's really rude. I can't believe you would do that. That is like so racist of you. And God was like, I know. I'm just a racist guy. And that's the logic. That's where you get. Is like the blame of, well, we lean not on your own understanding. We don't know why God does the things he does. Just mysterious racist man. I don't know.
Seriously. Well, and then if you're like, well, why would God allow that? And they're just like, well, it's not a perfect church. Okay, well.
Well, that's the end of that conversation.
They have all the thought stoppers just locked and fucking loaded.
Oh, God.
You want to go in here and you'll see this? I mean, it's really a shame that this guy is a fucking weirdo, because he's probably really cool in real life, but he posts a lot of cringe. I wish I had a little bit of insight.
Go to one of the ones you sent me.
Oh, should we?
Oh, he talked about this.
Oh, okay.
Okay, this is on theme for the
Taylor's mom commented.
Girl, what are you doing? She's always up in
Hold on,
everybody's
let me get this
business.
up here, guys. Where did it go? Oh, here.
You have to scroll down a little bit.
This is
I
just
just
for,
proved-
for reference
I just
on what we're dealing with here, right? Here, put your ears back in.
Did you turn it down?
Put your ears in. Yeah, I'm gonna watch the. Apparently, he likes to boost the gain a little bit on these, so I'm gonna.
I just proved that the Mormon Church is not a cult. Talofa, it's your boy Elder TikTok. Pay attention and stay with.
What happened to the audio? Hold on.
Audio issues. Taylor
did
Swift's
it
mom?
just-
No, that would be cool. Taylor Frankie Paul's mom.
Hold on, guys.
Because in less than a few seconds, I'm going to show you that the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is not a cult. Or is it? Every cult has an authoritative and charismatic leader. Now, we
Andrea?
all know President Nelson is that guy. He's him, but he's not
get copyrighted
authoritative. He doesn't give glory to himself. He gives glory to the man above and Jesus Christ. Facts.
Music. He's not going to be able to be...
We're gonna get $1 Million Baby. He like
Yeah.
goes through the points that a lot of people bring up, and he's like completely missing the fucking point.
They would say the
Like,
same thing about us.
Yeah, completely missing the point of what everybody's saying. It's also just an epidemic of people out here. Let me see.
God, these comments.
The comments are always scathing.
The fact that LDS people have to say it's not a cult, kind of red flag. You know? Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. There's always like Christian zealots in here who are like not Christians.
Not.
That is like
She's
the
not a Christian!
the biggest fucking group of people that I see in these. All right, let's see if we've got.
Has done it again. Another Mormon documentary called The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Hey, he got his tongue twisted too. The secret lives
See,
of Mormon
it's,
wives.
It's just not, doesn't flow naturally.
Yeah, I don't really like it. I'm sorry.
Well, it's brilliant marketing. It's a brilliant hook. It's genius. I don't find a problem with this title just based on the fact that the majority of the world doesn't know what the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is. As LDS people, our church is so interesting. You want to add the cultural
really
aspect?
not. Why doesn't he have an issue? I thought that Mormon
He's
was
saying
a
he doesn't
victory
have
for
an issue.
Satan.
Oh, that's fair. He doesn't have an issue with
Hello.
the title.
I have an issue because it's a tongue twister, and my tongue, there's a severe lag from my brain to my tongue.
All of the attention is because of how
Why do we keep losing this?
Why
You
is
guys
it so
still hear it?
crackly?
weird we are. Oh, it's just a fact that this is going to generate traction. It's going to generate interest amongst the common viewer to really deep dive into the Mormon LDS Church. And shout out to these mummies for these moms. I mean, come on, bro. They're all beautiful. I know that's subject to.
That was my dude. That was
All right.
not needed, but okay.
Oh, here come the Botox comments. Oh, here comes all the lip filler comments. Now let's talk about the use the term secret lives. There's no secret. You posted it for the entire world to see. It made international news. Mormon wives. My mom is not like this at all. And she's a Mormon. And she's a wife. When you watch this, just take it with a grain of salt. The majority of Mormon moms are not like this. Come to find out, maybe I don't think one of them's even actually a member. And I don't even think one of them even has a husband. They don't talk about Jesus Christ. Wow.
She doesn't have a husband.
God. She's not a Christian!
Someone call the elders. She's not married.
And their Lululemon stuff while they're drinking their coffee and stuff, that's where I have a problem. That's when
Bro,
it was
you're coming down
not
on
really
them for
conducive.
Lululemon when I'm seeing like 3 different brands on you right now.
But those brands don't show his ass is the deal.
Oh, you know, okay.
The difference is showing ass.
Yes, I see.
Jordan, come on.
To what we are as LDS people. Get your popcorn ready, girlies. Go get your swig.
Not the
because it's
skinny
going to be
pop.
super entertaining. Let me know in the
The
comments
swig.
what you think.
Why would you suggest Skinny Pop? What are you trying to say?
Because it's available at Costco.
Just kidding. I'm being contrarian for no reason. I don't think this was that bad. I don't think
I mean,
the mommies
this is
thing
like-
really caught me off guard. Okay.
interesting.
It's like incorporating
I don't
like
understand why
daddy
these are
into a
so-
conversation like normal. That's That's a little bizarre.
What's up, mommy?
Yeah, like let's not do that. Now there's that. Welcome.
So there's all that.
There's all that.
Yeah, what's up with the fucking audio? I don't
know
understand what's going on. I need to update Loopback. Honestly, I feel like we should just update the newer version of this audio interface. Just has Loopback incorporated into it. That might help. Stupid. Now there's that. Yeah, now there's that. Welcome. Shout out. What else did we want to talk about? I'm kind of exhausted my avenues on this one.
I did not prepare because I worked today.
This guy oozes misogyny. Yeah.
It's giving vibes.
It's giving vibes. Honestly, I'd be kind of surprised if he was married. Not going to lie.
You want to talk about Becky?
Rebecca? Who's Becky?
No. Oh, see, I feel like I got Mormon content enough that I get Becky all the time.
Oh, Becky Squire?
Yes.
Yeah, she's far worse.
You want to talk about somebody who's insufferable?
Ugh.
As a Mormon influencer.
Oh, Becky.
So I was gonna say she doesn't go by Rebecca.
Becky.
Which is such
Becky's good because you don't have to have that audio on.
No.
She has more followers than us.
Oh, she totally does.
Uh-oh.
She appeals to Mormon, like, okay, so let me describe Becky to you, okay? This Becky. My opinion on Becky is that she appeals to the hard-ass Mormons. She appeals to the Mormons that are like, you're not wearing your fucking garments! Without the F word, obviously. But, like...
You're not wearing your flippin' garments.
She's that, like, I would say, she's probably millennial. Maybe, like...
She's, like, elder millennial at the oldest.
Elder millennial vibes. And she appeals to women who are also, like, why don't influencers wear their garments? And influencers are supposed to be wearing their fucking garments. Why aren't they doing it?
Flip,
yeah,
flipping garments.
You know what I mean? So that's Becky. And she's kind of insufferable.
Say that again.
She's kind of insufferable.
Yeah.
She's not kind of insufferable. She's insufferable.
Becky is kind of a Karen.
She has the Karen haircut. No offense to anybody who rocks a fuck-ass bob. But she's not...
How does she pull off the fuck-ass bob?
She doesn't. I mean, she does in a Mormon Karen type of way. So her content is oriented towards, like, the first thing I think I ever saw from her was, like, are you tired of following Mormon influencers who don't act like Mormons? Well, I'm the Mormon influencer for you.
She's the Mormon influencer,
so
guys.
She is the person. So, like, the people that are going to be triggered by the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
They all follow Becky.
Like, that is absolutely... if she hasn't made content about it yet, I'll be shocked. So, that's kind of her orientation on social media and, like, how she markets herself. And obviously, it appeals to a certain group of women.
Transphobic policy change. Can somebody hit me with a link?
Yeah, I've seen that.
I haven't seen that, so that's new to me.
Okay. It's not cool.
As members of the church, we have been asked to
This
not
is just a
only
product
seek
of her.
miracles, but to expect
I don't
them.
want to listen.
But
She's
ha-
like Bethy shilling shit. Go to her
We
reels.
need... The Sacred Life of a Latter-day Saint.
What did I just say? I'm a fucking prophetess at this point. What did I say? This is absolutely a reference to the Hulu trash TV
Thanks,
show.
Sage. I'll pull it up here.
What did I say, you guys?
Minister, aspiring scriptorian, young women's advice, bishop's wife. Oh, God.
That's partially
It's the
why
key.
it's so bad.
There's the key.
Because she's a bishop's wife. Okay.
Bishop's wife.
Okay.
Missionary mom. Another one.
Hashtag mama. BYU pathway student. Oh, geez. A woman getting her education. We used to frown upon that.
I know.
Not so much anymore. Get it, girl.
There we go. Oh, it's Latter-day Stories. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Sage. Daughter of God. Oh, we're running out of
Daughter of the Covenant.
We're running out of descriptors. Discipling Christ. Primary answers. So
The
yeah.
Sacred Life of a Latter-day Saint Wife. Now, who's gonna watch that TV show?
I would so watch every season of it.
It's just not interesting. Like, they're so offended by, like, you know, which prophet said, don't be offended? Like, don't be offended. If it's a choice to be offended, was that David A. Bednar that said that? Like, it's a choice to be offended by the secret lives of Mormon wives. That's a choice.
I feel like we talked about even in seminary, because there's stories in Doctrine and Covenants where people leave the church for getting offended. And it was like a whole thing.
Yes.
Oh, anyway.
Okay.
Where's the cutoff? The cutoff reel.
Okay.
Do you remember that one? You know what I'm talking about, right?
No. Cute and modest church clothes. Oh, does she shill an MLM? Go down. What is that?
I haven't talked about my hair growth journey in a minute, but I'm here to tell you it is going really well. First, I'm still doing my
I shout into the MLM void.
Is this made in Utah?
It could just be a Utah company that I've never heard of.
Is this Jasmine's thing?
But is it an MLM? No, I don't think so.
Okay, there's kids. Get out of here.
Okay, yeah, don't.
Sorry, everybody, for the kids. You know I try not to.
Okay, so I don't know if that's an MLM or not.
Come to the temple with me.
Oh, what does she say? How to not feel discouraged when loved ones leave the church. What does she say in
response
to
that?
that? Right there.
Probably some shit.
Right there.
Can I? Oh, okay. I'm fucking blind, y'all.
Can people hear?
Can we switch this up so it's just playing through here?
This is a question that I get almost every week.
Is this going through?
And I think that it's something probably each one of us is experiencing.
No. I don't know what to do. The AirPods are not cutting it right now.
Somebody says it is an MLM. Yeah, brunette Mormon's kind of rare, huh? Let's see. Yes, it was, and I always hated him for that. Cool. I figured I had that right. Somebody
Hair
said something.
growth journey.
Alina, I hope I said that right. Winkwell is an MLM. Oh, is it part of It Works? Oh, that's like definitely an MLM.
It Works.
Yeah. Okay. So
damn, it sounds like
we're 2 minutes
Todd
into
Howard
this account, and we already have the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives Hate and an MLM. It's like 2 minutes.
Or is that Tim Apple? It Just Works. Let's see if this is gonna...
Each one of us is experiencing. And one thing that my husband told me...
I can't fucking hear it.
Why
doesn't it work anymore?
Not work. And the 1776 shirt. Yeah.
I think I need to... I don't know. Maybe let's loop back real quick.
I did say it correctly. Oh, good. That's the way
Alina
it said
just
in
joined.
my brain.
Became a member today.
Oh, welcome, Alina.
So,
I'm glad I said it right.
Let's...
Sometimes my brain says it right.
A phrase a couple years ago when I was struggling with this is he said, don't you think Heavenly Father will give...
If everybody else can hear, then Jordan and I can just read. You're a fast reader anyway, so...
It's true.
This is a question that I get almost every week, and I think that it's something probably each one of us is experiencing. And one thing that my husband told me, a phrase a couple years ago when I was struggling with this, is he said, don't you think Heavenly Father will give everyone every opportunity to choose him and to live with him again?
Actually, no.
I mean, we're talking like Old Testament God, or are we talking Book of Mormon God?
Throughout all my years of Mormonism, was never under the impression that if being in the situation we are now, having left the church, that we would ever be given the opportunity again. I don't know where this guy is pulling it from, if it's not his ass, honestly. Respectfully.
God is so merciful.
God is so merciful. He's going to give...
Have we read the Old Testament?
Nope. We ignore that part.
Yeah.
All of us, every opportunity. We are going to know what we are choosing. Whether that's in this life, which I don't think it is because we have limited knowledge, or in the next life. Yeah, there's going to be some loved ones who aren't going to choose eternal life with God. But that's so merciful. He is letting us choose where we're going to go.
It's so
and
merciful.
it's going
for
to be
him
okay
allow our
because
family
he loves
members
us.
to go to hell for being gay. That's so merciful, man.
It's so merciful.
The mercy just rains down upon my ass when I think of it in that way. God, I've just been reframing it wrong this whole time.
No, he's so merciful because the people who do choose to follow him, they have to not enjoy the things that the hetero people get to enjoy.
Okay.
Like having relations with a person that they're attracted to. He's so merciful that you don't have to go to hell because you have to live in misery for your entire life.
Sarah
Let's
said
go.
She sounds exactly like Ruby. I was on a different tab and had to switch back to double check. You know it's bad when you can hear it like that.
Luckily, it's been crackly enough for us that we can't really tell.
Now I'm probably not going to be able to unhear it.
This is a question that I get almost
every...
Oh my God, Sarah, you're right. When I don't look at her face and I just listen to it, oh my God, she does sound like Ruby. Wow, I'm probably never going to be able to listen to her again. What a tragedy. I'm so disappointed.
Guess what?
Okay, let's see what else.
Let's do one more and then we'll move on to this transphobic bullshit.
No, I need some happy things before we go to that. Need a new temple dress. Make a drink with me. Does she do the pink drink too?
Is this happy juice?
Want to make a new drink with me? I am not a big soda drinker, but I've been seeing these around the internet and they look really good. This is not sponsored at all, but if something has the word raspberry rose, I'm going to try it.
So this isn't sponsored, but she made a whole post about it.
What is it? Is it Poppy?
Yeah.
I heard a lot of bad shit about Poppy
I heard
lately.
that it doesn't actually have anything in it that's good for you. That's alleged. I'm not claiming anything.
Oh, maybe that's what it was.
That it doesn't actually have anything that's like...
No, I think that's what it was.
Okay.
Like the amount of good that it's doing for your gut is essentially like you'd have to drink gallons of it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, if
See,
I'm
I'm
going to
just gonna
drink something
drink
that
my
tastes
soda.
like dirt, then I'm just going to drink dirt.
Like, I know it's not good for me. I know.
Go to heaven or get turned out by a tall muscle
Attend
mommy.
Missionary Mamas. I'm curious. Okay, go to that one. I think that was towards the top.
Which one?
Missionary Mamas, which I just hate.
Hey, mamas.
Hey, mama. Go up.
You're a missionary mom?
Not that one. Go up. I think I saw it towards the top. Maybe it was one of her pinned ones. Because we went down fairly far.
We did go kind of far. Oh.
Right there.
Attention, missionary mama.
Okay, missionary mamas, do you ever worry about your missionary's health and fitness? If so, you've got to check out Called to Sweat. It's such a creative and effective solution for missionaries' health and fitness while they are serving. Called to Sweat offers 6 bodyweight workouts each week that are all 30 minutes or less, so it fits in perfectly with a missionary's routine. Not only do they get the workouts, but there's also monthly challenges so that they stay engaged. There's also nutrition tips and recipes to help them navigate those tricky food situations on missions.
Here's what I'll say about this. Big fan of exercise, especially when it's beneficial to people's mental health, which lots of research says that it is. So love that. But I can't get beyond the title. Does everything have to be Jesus-y? Like, Jesus didn't call you to sweat. He called you to shower. So go take a shower and then go do what you're supposed to do.
A cold one, because I know you're thirsting after those sister missionaries. And a lot of those motherfuckers are even talking about the young women, which is gross.
Good point about
I heard it.
Ellen Mellon is making, like, is this an app? Are they even allowed to download it?
I bet they
That's
are.
a good
They
point.
carry smartphones now. It's crazy, which is so dumb because you know
I'm
what we
sure they're
had in my
monitored, though.
missionary? If you could get a DVD player because you were a district leader or you were training, you could do P90X, which is what a lot of people did.
I remember when P90X was a big thing.
Yeah.
But basically, it's just called to not be stinky because your companion has to stand relatively close to you the majority of the time. So let's just not. Gains for the Lord, really, though.
Gains for, oh my God.
Gains for the Lord. Okay, one more thing before we move on. Go to YouTube. Somebody asked if there's been a Meredith update video. I haven't checked for a few days, actually. I check, just so you guys know, I check every few days. I look at Meredith's channel to make sure that
We're
there has
so
been an
unbothered.
update.
We're so unbothered. We check every day.
I'm ready. Like, when I remember every few days, I try to check to make sure that I didn't miss something.
Oh, I'm trying to take a screenshot.
Get swole for Jesus. Do.
Nothing.
Do. Let's see. Nope.
The good thing about YouTube is you can't block me.
Can't block me. I can still see.
So much grace.
But somebody...
Such grace.
Okay, so we have new developments about Meredith.
I don't know.
But I'm not going to say anything today. I don't think. I don't know when. I feel like we can't make...
I'll say what I said about
I don't know
Kara.
what to say.
We know a lot. And your guys' mouths would probably be on the floor, if I'm going to be honest. But I don't know that... I don't know. We're also debating the prudence of
my deep
sharing
dive
some of this
skills.
stuff.
I girl bossed a little close to the sun.
Very. Like the surface.
I didn't do anything illegal.
No.
I didn't hire a private investigator. I didn't do anything illegal. I just used what was available to me on the Lord's internet and was able to find some things that actually affirmed a lot of the things that we were thinking and actually would probably validate some of the thoughts that you guys had in relation to why we can't find anything about Brittany on the internet. So I feel bad because it's nothing that somebody else couldn't go on the internet and find if they truly wanted to. Like if they were truly committed to it. So like it is in some way like investigative. I don't consider myself to be a journalist, but if an investigative journalist wanted to go out there and find something, it would take some time, but you'd be able to. And I just feel bad because it feels like kind of going scorched earth.
Yeah.
With information that it's not going to harm her in any way because it's just things that are on the internet. And she hasn't committed any crimes. Her name is Brighton. I confuse her with Brittany. But like it makes sense why there's nothing out there. So that being said, it feels weird to like I feel bad because maybe there's a reason for the things that she's done and I don't want to intrude on that, but also like at the same time like I'm selfish and I'm like somebody else is going to go out and do this research and they're going to find it and I'm not going to be the one that got to release the information. I recognize that's very selfish of me and there's a reason why we haven't done it yet. But just know that I know like she's not who she says she is. That's the reason why none of this works and why we've hit so many dead ends.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. The first thing that we thought of was like maybe she is trying to not be perceived by people who have done her harm in the past.
Maybe, yeah.
So we don't want to...
It's like I don't want to draw attention to her.
Yeah. But on the other hand, she hitched her wagon to a YouTuber with 4.1 million subscribers. So if she's trying to keep a low profile, she's not doing a great job.
No, she's not. So like, just if they release another video, it's balls to the wall.
We kind of wanted to
like, I don't care if it's about us.
This to go
I don't
further.
care what it is. But if they release another video, it's balls to the wall, and I will reveal to you everything.
Jordan, we're blackmailing right now. You need to know.
I'm not blackmailing. I'm not blackmailing. I'm just saying that it's like just like any other research we do. Like sometimes we just find shit that's like there's probably context for this. There's probably reasons for this. And so while there's nothing that said like there's nothing illegal about sharing that information, like it becomes a conversation about like, well, why does this exist to begin with? And is it okay on our part to move forward with that information? You know, but if she's also doing harm.
Yeah. I mean, that was really the whole motivation behind the first one was like, we're seeing some really sketchy kind of dynamics between these two, particularly coming from Britain.
Yeah.
So
this is public information. There's nothing that I found that's like special secret.
Yeah, that's
like,
I mean,
any of you out here could find it.
It took a while to find, but if you know how to dig, then you
hours and hours and hours and hours. And like when I do influencer research, like I'll spend like Ballerina Farm. I spend a decent amount of time.
Film it in advance.
Film it in advance, literally, right?
Dude, I would.
I have the documents saved on my computer.
Yeah.
They're court documents. Anybody could get them. Anybody
Nothing's
can find
sealed.
it.
Yeah, we didn't have to, like hold anybody up at gunpoint.
No, nothing illegal was
like
done.
that.
This is all public information. It's just because of the name she uses, it's a lot harder to find. So I had to do more digging than I would with your traditional influencer. And so this isn't blackmail. I'm not saying that, I'll release it if they release another video in terms of like, it's public information. And if she can't do anything about it, and she doesn't want it out there, then that sucks. But like, that's why we haven't said anything. Like,
if you're trying not to be perceived, the internet is not a
It's not
place
your
to be
friend.
forward facing.
I'm like, don't become friends with a mega YouTuber. Like, hello.
Someone who was a mega YouTuber.
But also just some other weird stuff. Like I found a podcast that the two of them did, like Britt and Meredith, that they did together, and like just weird vibes, like very similar to the video, like weird vibes. And like there was one podcast clip where I found that they were like having a conversation, and Meredith was like, oh, do you remember that conversation that we had about it? And she was like, oh yeah, because it was 4 a.m.
And we had to get stuff done that has to be done at 4 in the morning or something along those lines. So.
And I was like, so I'm like, why are you living together? Like, why are you together at 4 a.m. like
weird.
regularly? So I will say, I don't know if the accent's real or not, but she's not from the UK. I'll tell you that. She wasn't born in the UK.
No.
She was born in the United States. So that, like, unless she lived there
that is
for a
an
decent amount of
indisputable
time,
fact.
like, and maybe she did. Like, maybe her childhood was spent in the UK, and that's where she picked up this bizarro accent. Who knows? But she was not born in the UK or in a country with a British accent.
Well, I don't know. Some of the tracks led us to here, not far from where we live here in Colorado.
It's kind of wild.
So
it's kind of wild. So again, I didn't find anything criminal. I didn't find any criminal activity or anything, or any like, lawsuits or anything like that. So there's nothing like, it's not like I found like a Ruby or Jody piece of information that like would unearth like a whole mountain of things. It's just like sketchiness around the persona that's being put out,
Yeah. Loremonger, our patron Saint Chapel Roan would have to disagree with you. Everything good happens after midnight, which would include 4 a.m.
Maybe she watched a lot of Peppa Pig growing up.
Dude, our kid is like super into Peppa Pig now.
We avoided it for a long time.
It was heartbreaking. Honestly, it's not that bad.
There's probably a lot more information out there too. I'm not an expert on any of this. This is just me learning how to do some researchy things from having to do like deep dive videos, like looking at business filings and, looking at records that are attached to other people and looking at obituaries. And like, if you know where to look, it just takes a lot longer because there's like more, it's like trying to put puzzle pieces together and like figure out what's going on. So, is she licensed? I couldn't find anything about her career or a degree. Generally speaking, that information is hard to find if like you don't have a license. So like if you're not licensed. I ran her information in some licensing databases in the place I know that she has been in, and I could not find anything. Doesn't mean that's a comprehensive search by any means. Like, I could have her credentials wrong. I could be looking in the wrong licensing database. Like, there's potential. Like, I just haven't found it yet if it exists. And if it exists and she'd like to send it to us, I'm happy to put it out there.
We laid it to rest for a while. So
yeah.
Kazoo has been into Bluey. He's just on a Peppa kick.
He's on a Peppa kick right now.
Because Peppa's new. We've seen all of Bluey a lot of times. Open source intelligence. It's called OSINT. If you didn't mention, okay.
If I put like an actual professional on this, I'm sure they would be able to find 10 times what I found.
Yeah,
but
a lot easier.
Nonetheless, it is interesting, and so
we did it on a budget. How about that?
We did. I paid with my time, and so we'll hold on to it. And if anything else happens with it, I'm happy to talk about what I found, and anybody else can go out there and find it too. And if not, then who knows?
What's the juiciest bit you found? I'm not gonna say.
I'm not gonna say because you guys will lose your shit.
There's her not being born in Britain is like
The tip of the
scratching the
iceberg.
surface, honestly.
So
Why the Peppa hate? I don't know. It's just got a bad
I don't
rap.
hate it.
Peppa compared to Bluey, Peppa Pig is kind of just
Yeah.
a little bit annoying and whiny. Peppa is like 7 feet tall.
What about the potato? Like the autonomous potato? I can't stand.
I was like, okay, I'm not suspending my disbelief at an anthropomorphic potato that's like gigantic, but why the fuck is the potato have free will and ability to reason, and the goldfish is trapped in the goddamn fishbowl at their house?
So I'm sorry for edging you. I know I want to share the information too, but I want to share it in a way that doesn't call into question why we're doing it.
Ethics.
You know.
Unfortunately.
Is ethical snark a thing? I don't know that it is, but I'm just trying to be careful around this topic.
Especially if awareness has been raised enough to the point where we don't need to be going hard on it anymore.
Yeah, and like if we get more information, then that's what you can hope for. Hope for another video.
Potato doesn't know. Sorry, Potato. I didn't mean to insult you. Testing McKay's Spanish knowledge.
sorry
What's
for edging you.
Peppa
It's incredible.
in Spanish? I don't remember. I don't remember kids watching Peppa. I do remember Doc McStuffins in Spanish is Doctora Juguete, which
that's
is just
cute.
Toy Doctor or Dr. Toy.
Yeah, we don't allow Caillou
kinda dumb.
either.
Is there another word for, or is the name different in Spanish? What we did watch is Ted Lasso. Shout out to all the Ted Lasso heads in the chat right now.
We loved it.
We loved Ted Lasso. It was good. I honestly don't hope they make anything else. I think the ending was good.
I agree. I do want a spin-off though with women's team, and I need closure on Keely, Roy, and Jamie. I'm sorry, but I do.
Oh, Red Smirk. I love when Peppa slams down the phone on her best friend. Yeah, it's moments like that that don't make me like Peppa, because in Bluey, it's all resolved very quickly. On those circumstances, I have to turn to our little guy and be like, see, that's not being very kind, and people who do that are probably not people that we want to be friends with. And if we do that, people are probably not going to want to be friends with us.
Dragon Tales, Dragon Tales. I love that show as a kid.
Who's I talking to that said SpongeBob?
I just hate SpongeBob. I'm sorry. I know that
my
makes me a terrible person.
My sister-in-law also didn't watch SpongeBob growing up.
Really?
Yeah.
I watched it and I hated it.
I was like,
SpongeBob
I didn't know
just
that.
gets on my
I thought you
nerves.
were the only one in our entire family that didn't fuck with SpongeBob.
Everybody gives me hate for it, so don't feel like you have to hop on the hate train. I know. I'm like practically an outcast with my in-laws because of it, so.
A Bluey Build-A-Bear is releasing soon. I saw that. I mentioned it to Jordan. All I would care about is a Build-A-Bear floppy.
Floppy, yes.
Floppy was our godsend for our kid sleeping.
Anybody who calls me on the phone is not my friend. That's so real, though.
Or comes to my
Elizabeth,
fucking,
that
if
was
you come to
solid.
my door unexpected, I'm not answering.
I'm done.
VeggieTales was awesome. Yeah, we had a little tiny plastic floppy that came with some of the Bluey figures, and he slept with that clutched in his hand for like a year.
Yeah.
And then we got on Etsy a plushie made, like a amigurumi. I butchered that. I'm sorry.
Amigurumi, I think.
Amigurumi
Something like that,
crochet floppy that was like this big. We paid more than we probably should have, but there's no stuffies of that around.
There's no stuffies of floppy.
So we shelled out because we wanted him to love it, and it's already run its course. Replaced by a little tiny stuffed pica that we got at Rocky Mountain National Park.
Yep. That tiny floppy is so cute.
Zubumafu. I've
That
heard
one
of
I
that.
haven't
I
heard
haven't
of.
watched.
Is Sagwa the cat one?
Sagwa? The
What am I
Golden Age of
thinking of?
SpongeBob. Steven Hillenburg. SpongeBob got dog water after the movie. Pre-SpongeBob movie, it was fine. Remember when they had Pantera on SpongeBob? That one episode?
Yes, the cat. Okay, thank you. Yes, I used to watch that too. I love that.
Stuffed Pika is iconic, honestly. Let's be real.
It is. I tried to convince our kid to name him Pico, but he just calls him Pika, so.
Yeah.
It
It's
is
a shame.
what it is, you know. Octonauts goes hard.
Dude. Creature report. Creature report.
Creature report.
We loved
love that
Octonauts
show.
so much. Oh, another one was Puffin Rock.
Puffin
Oh,
Rock
love
was
Puffin
so
Rock.
cute.
It's another, like, even gentler than Bluey kind of one. And it only ran for like 2 seasons.
Yeah.
And then it got shut down. Also, it's made in Ireland. All the characters are voiced by Irish folks. And it just, I love the accent. It's
I love
amazing.
it. It was cute. I'm sad they didn't do it anymore.
Wumbo this, Wumbo that, Wumboing, the study of Wumbology.
Bear in the Big Blue House was my favorite. And when I was recovering from surgery, I actually watched it a little bit.
When?
Bear in the Big Blue House. I made our child
Oh.
watch an episode with me.
Yeah.
Because it's on, what's that streaming service? I think it might be Disney Plus. I think it's on Disney Plus.
Paramount?
Maybe Paramount.
Might be Paramount. Paramount had a lot of Nickelodeon
I mean, it's kind of
shows.
cringe, but
It's cringe. Yeah, who cares, honestly?
it's like low effort.
Is it worse than Barney?
No, I don't think so. Polly
Probably
Pocket
not.
needed boycotted I like to chew on Polly Pocket clothes.
Didn't we all? My
I
sister
mean,
had Polly
it
Pocket
was kind of
clothes.
iconic, honestly. Ow.
I feel like, damn, you probably just shreked everybody's
Sorry.
ears right there. I feel like I would have gotten into Steven Universe, but I had already kind of like missed the boat on that one for being older.
I never watched it.
It was a Cartoon Network one too. We didn't watch Cartoon Network at my house, really.
I watched Courage the Cowardly Dog, and it traumatized me. I don't know why I allowed myself to watch that.
I know. I loved going to my friend's house and watching that one. Return the Slab.
I watched Total Drama Island. Did you watch that? That's where my love for reality
Nope.
TV stemmed from.
That was a Cartoon Network one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think Puffin Rock might be available as... Is that pronounced Gaelic? Or is that the Scottish dialect? So I might have to try it now.
Scooby-Doo's iconic.
I would look. It's made and like produced in Ireland. Or it's like a Irish
Powerpuff
studio.
Girls, yes. Iconic.
Seriously.
Fraggle Rock I've never seen.
Sounds like a Puffin Rock knockoff, am I right? No, I'm just kidding.
We need a new show that
No
gives Ted Lasso vibes. Because I don't like things that are stressful. Like
No, I'd
Yellowstone
love to
stresses
watch-
me out.
I'd love to watch Breaking Bad with Jordan, but
It
she
stresses
would
me out.
never.
I can't. Like if it like characters on shows experiencing anxiety gives me anxiety. It's the same for me in books. Like I can't do it. So I need like Ted Lasso is perfect for me because there's like still problem and issue like resolution things, but it's not too bad, you know?
Yeah.
It's like feel good show. Like Modern Family is also a good one that I can tolerate. We've never watched The Good Place.
Or Letterkenny. I'm gonna keep it real. I've seen clips of Letterkenny and I don't think I can do it.
I've never seen Gilmore Girls. Okay, so guys, I don't watch movies and I don't really watch a lot of TV, so I'm kind of like a living under a rock.
We don't
in a lot of
watch
ways.
a lot of diverse TV.
No, we don't.
Letterkenny is beloved by all of our friends, and I just can't do it.
Schitt's Creek is another one that I love. See, so like Schitt's Creek and Ted Lasso like fall into that category for me.
They're kind of in the feel good sort of comedy kind of thing.
Maybe I'll rewatch
Letterkenny
Schitt's
on
Creek.
shrooms. Okay, I'd consider. I've never done shrooms. But
Superstore I've heard is funny.
Just started Breaking Bad with my boyfriend. Feel the same way.
It stresses me out. I can't do it.
Has anybody watched Better Call Saul but not Breaking Bad? Because I feel like Better Call Saul is a little bit toned down.
You'll like The Good Place if you like Ted
Comparatively.
Lasso. I've seen Abbott Elementary is on there too.
The ex-Mormons have never seen The Good Place.
I know.
I know. We already
Kind
know
of
that
ironic.
this is the bad place, but that's just because of TikTok.
I've never seen Gilmore Girls. I know it's kind of iconic, but I've never seen it. Do I need to watch it? Virgin River, I've never seen. You guys, like I can't tell you the last movie I watched was like this stupid
Is
Mormon
Virgin
cringe.
River a movie?
No, but I'm just saying, like TV and movie culture, I am not up to date.
If you use intense to describe it, Jordan will not be interested.
No.
So try to Trojan horse it.
Okay, so The Office.
So she doesn't know.
The Office, Parks and Rec, iconic. Modern Family, Ted Lasso, and Schitt's Creek. That's like the top 5 in terms of like things that I can tolerate.
Did you say Parks and Rec?
Yes.
Love some Parks and Rec.
We love Parks and Rec.
Addicted to the Good Doctor recently. I've seen a bunch of those. It's that one I am a surgeon clip that it's like really turns me off from the rest of the show.
Virgin River is actually a good fit for what you described. Okay.
We'll have to look into it.
Gilmore Girls is heavy on the mom-daughter relationship, though, isn't it? Because that might be triggering for me.
Yeah, Jordan would not be very good on that. Oh,
Like-
Brooklyn Nine-Nine. That one has Andy Samberg and Terry Crews. And
Oh, yeah.
now you've done it.
How I Met Your
You
Mother,
made me
I've
turn my
seen.
chair. Okay. Mouse
is
Rat,
interesting.
band name called it.
I would not recommend Virgin River for Jordan. Okay, that's good to know.
We were called Foreskin, and then our bassist left, and
The
then we were
Office.
called Three Skin.
The Office is iconic. If you can get past the first season is a mess. You're going to feel like you're watching a train wreck. And it is absolutely a train wreck.
Okay, but if you watch all of The Office and then you go back and watch season 1, you will appreciate,
You'll
the
appreciate
shit
it.
out
So
of
if you
it.
have to skip the beginning just because you can't tolerate season 1, start at season 2, and I guarantee you'll have a better time. Big Bang Theory, I've seen. McKay hates it.
Yeah, sorry, I can't do it.
What is it, like too sitcom-y for you? Oh, and Friends.
It's
Friends
not
would be
because
number
it's too
6.
sitcom-y, because I love Friends. It's the, like, pseudo-hyper intellectual comedy.
Okay, Gilmore Girls
don't
heavy
fuck
on
with.
mom-daughter enmeshment. Okay, yeah, I got enough of that in my life. Okay. Maybe one day when I am less triggered by that. I could, like, if it's in small doses or, like, throughout the show, like, it's fine. But if it's, like, super heavy on it, then I'm not big on that.
I kind of want to watch King of the Hill.
The number
We
of
should
times
watch
I've
King of the
watched
Hill
Office
because
is
it was who's
that the
the
cartoon
fucking
one?
Yeah, but the one producer on The Office was the guy, the showrunner.
I just have a hard time with
King of the
cartoony
Hill.
stuff.
You're a hater.
What is Dairy Girls? I've never heard of that.
Worked a lot of retail jobs. I feel that. Arrested Development.
I remember watching Sabrina the Teenage Witch when I was young. I loved that show.
New Girl. I've seen a lot of New Girl, but like 10 years ago. Actually,
Okay,
probably
so
more.
Dairy Girls, Superstore, Abbott Elementary, and Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Okay. I've heard good things about Abbott Elementary because they haven't they won a bunch of rewards and shit.
Damn it, Bobby.
Dairy Girls
Wait, is that
like
the one
Ireland in
with the
1990s.
what's the fucking dude from Fallout? There's that one I can't say that one on YouTube. There's that one TikTok audio where fuck, what's his name? Is that Abbott Elementary? Nobody
I
knows
think-
what I'm saying because I'm
No.
incoherently rambling.
No, Abbott Elementary, isn't that the teacher one? Or is it like a bunch of teachers?
Yeah, because he's like, stop being such a.
Oh.
And he's like, what? Is that from Abbott Elementary?
Oh, I don't know. Okay, everybody's
C
saying we have to
word.
watch
C word.
Dairy Girls. What about Bridgerton? Is Bridgerton too high stakes for me? I feel like
Abbott Elementary.
okay, yeah, that's what I was envisioning.
Maybe not.
Yeah, that's what
What
I was
am I thinking of? Because I thought that was like in a high school thing. If anybody knows what I'm talking about, Walter Goggins, yeah.
There you go.
Do we know about that TikTok audio? I don't know what show that is.
People are saying we would like Bridgerton. I feel left out of the Bridgerton discourse.
It's the FOMO. Oh, Vice Principals. That's probably what it is.
Oh, okay. But also, it looks like lots of people think we would like Dairy Girls, too.
Bridgerton is silly and spicy.
Which I read smut, so that would be...
Silly I can get behind.
Okay. Dead Dad
What's
I can deal with. What is Bridgerton on?
Yeah, you don't have a dead dad, so we're all good.
Yeah. I don't have that. Bridger season 1 has a consent issue. Okay. If I know about it, that's fine. I mean, the issue is not fine, but watching it,
I was going to say, I've read some of the books that you've read. I think you'll live.
Shut up. Have you guys seen all this drama about we've gone like totally off the rails, but
I want to watch Royal Gemstones too.
Have you guys seen all the Blake Lively drama? Like the It Ends
Dude.
With Us, Colleen Hoover drama? I haven't talked to you about it because I didn't think you'd care.
No, I've seen the clip where she's doing the press interview.
Oh, where she's like,
yes, where she's like, "Oh, I see your
growing?
bump," and
Yeah.
she's like, "Oh, I see your bump too." Like,
God, like,
shit, lady.
that whole interview was just mean girl shit.
That was insane. Righteous Gemstones. Are we? Is that one pretty cool? That's the one with the "There will come a payday." It's like fucking. Is that a movie, or is that a show? Walter Goggins was in Django.
Bridgerton. Okay, I'm seeing lots of Bridgerton. Do we like Jordan's dad? Yeah, my dad is fine.
Righteous Gemstones is hilarious. Who's Blake Lively married to?
Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, okay. People get a.
Are there any Colleen Hoover fans in the chat?
Super straight men get such a hard on for Ryan Reynolds. I don't understand it, honestly. Righteous Gemstones is like a televangelist.
Outer Banks. I've seen that one a few times. You know, I follow, if you guys watched our Taylor Swift video, we talked about Ali Sheehan. She's a Swiftie and like pop culture YouTuber. And she always watches like...
Don't say it. You just Beetlejuiced her. She's going to come in our comments.
She watches like all the classic like stuff that I watched growing up, like early 2000s, like, you know, High School Musical and Vampire Diaries and Gossip Girl. I'm like, I never watched any of that shit. And so I always am intrigued by it. And I'm like, I wonder if it's worth it. But now I kind of am not a big fan of Blake Lively. So.
Yeah. What a mean girl. And who was that sitting next to her? Like her publicist or something?
I don't know who that was. That was for a different movie too.
Never Have I Ever. We love that.
Colleen is too pro-abusive relationship. Yeah, like that's the issue that I have with the marketing that they did for It Ends With Us, because if you don't know what the book is about, you have no idea that you're going to watch a film about domestic violence. Which, like, to me is like, people need to know. Like, if that's a trigger for you,
the
if you've
more
experienced
overarching problem with Colleen Hoover is I've read excerpts and they are fucking dog shit.
Oh yeah, Colleen's terrible.
It is the worst shit I've ever read. And I've read the Book of Mormon.
True.
It's so bad.
If you ever
Inez, welcome. Oh, you heard the rumors from Inez.
We're probably saying it wrong, so apologies if we are. But shit, what was I gonna say? It just flew out of my brain. Oh yeah. I don't understand the Colleen Hoover hype. She's a terrible writer, and if you want to feel good about yourself and think that you can write a book, just go read Colleen Hoover, because anybody can do it at that point.
Anybody can be successful writing.
She used to be a social worker. Ew, that's horrifying. Yeah, she just has like nasty shit in her books, and I'm like, I'm all for like smutty nasty shit, but she just has stuff that I'm like.
It was like the one where she was like, "Oh, look at our son, he's so beautiful," and the dude's like, "He got that from you," and she's like, "Except for his big balls."
Oh yeah, that.
What the fuck?
Like, why are we talking about that? Like, girl, are you good? Oh, does Rachel Oates do reviews about that? I haven't ever looked at Rachel Oates' channel. I know people like her, but
to be honest,
did Cece's account come back? Because I never saw it come back. I just saw that she got
her Instagram
mass reported. Yeah.
Should we? Don't forget, we have to go back to that transphobic shit.
Yeah.
I just remembered.
Yeah, the Big Balls thing is crazy. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, that
what
was
the fuck
fucking
that's about.
crazy. Is she giving?
She's like worse than Stephanie Meyer, in my opinion, because Stephanie Meyer can be like an acquired taste for like a middle schooler. But
at least it's like geared
I loved
toward
Twilight.
teens, right?
I loved Twilight. Okay, Rachel Oates is the goat for this type of stuff. Okay, well, that's good to know. Maybe I'll start watching her stuff.
We haven't been watching a lot of YouTube lately.
No, we haven't.
Admittedly.
Her backup got reported too. Shit, they're really pissed off at her. Oh shit, yeah. That sucks.
They get so. Oh yeah, it is like so nuked. Maybe not.
Gosh, that's so frustrating. It honestly surprises me that Mormons haven't tried to do that to us. I
know. It's probably because there's only like dozens who are on the internet.
Like, I'm surprised it has never happened to like us. John or Kara or anybody. Like, it's interesting. Twilight soundtrack was GOAT. Yeah, I've never watched. I don't watch like BookTube stuff because I like phase in and out of reading every few months. Go on like reading binge and read like 15 books.
You need
in,
to
like,
go back on a
4
binge.
Months.
You're gonna need to when.
And then I stop for a few months.
I'm brainless. I wish you would do it now so I could finish out the rest of my achievements
I
on
want to
Fallout
watch
New
stuff
Vegas.
with you. I'm sorry. Oh man.
Playing the Lonesome Road on Fallout with Jordan, listening to that motherfucker yap the whole time.
I was ready to come unglued.
She couldn't handle it.
I was ready to come unglued.
Fucking Elijah, bro.
I could not.
Okay, let's do the transphobic garbo. Reservation Dogs. Is that the one where the William Knifeman meme comes from?
Okay, so we're going to look at...
I need to...
The church made some changes to the handbook. Remember, the handbook is like the guiding thing that bishops and church leadership discipline people by, and like it's the rules basically. And so they made some changes regarding trans folks. So trigger warning, if this is a sensitive topic for you or if you don't have the emotional bandwidth, that is fair and fine. We will not spend too much time on this, but
let me throw it over here. Boom. All right. Okay.
Scroll over.
I didn't know about this, so this is all new to me. Okay, so it looks like a page from the handbook. Church participation of individuals who identify as transgender.
Okay.
This document supplements, blah, blah, blah. That's kind of general guidelines. In all cases, local leaders seek spiritual guidance. Okay, so just listen to your brain and what you think, apparently. Treat individuals and their families with love and respect while teaching gospel truth. Consider the needs of individuals and other ward members. Okay, why do we need to consider the needs of other people?
That'll come back in a minute.
Okay. Ensure that the church's doctrine on gender is not undermined or misunderstood. Seek counsel, bishop's counsel with the stake and mission presidents. Seek guidance from the area presidency and so forth. Involve the parents or guardians of minors. Preferred pronouns and names.
Okay, to summarize this one, if somebody has a preferred name, it can be noted in the preferred name on the membership record. Does not mean that anybody has to use it.
No.
But it means that it can be included on the membership record, which is progress, honestly.
Gender-specific meetings and activities. Individuals attend gender-specific meetings and activities that align with their biological sex at birth.
We already got a problem.
Yes. Any exception, which should be rare, must adhere to the general guidelines listed above and be approved by the area presidency. Overnight activities. For overnight activities there that are for a specific gender, individuals attend only the camps that align with their biological sex at birth. Examples of such activities include young women camps and Aaronic priesthood quorum camps.
I'll read the next
wow,
one.
RIP. Am I going too slow?
No.
RIP to the Boy Scout camps that they would do.
For overnight activities that are not for a specific gender, individuals who pursue surgical, medical, or social transition away from their biological sex at birth leave the activity at night. So the epitome here with this that was, I think, very uncool for people is like Okay, so if you have a transgender person that is participating in activities, or like youth who's participating in these activities, they're not allowed to spend the night.
So they can tag along, but it's like, okay.
What message
Get
does that send?
Yeah, especially for like the camps, like young women's camp, girls' camp, like it used to be called. Where we lived growing up and where the camp is over an hour drive.
Yeah, it's a long way.
So who is facilitating that? It's just easier to not go because you can't just be going back and forth.
Yeah.
And that place, there's like nowhere to stay until you hit Fort Collins, which is a good 30 or 40 minutes. And then at that, you're having to incur extra expenses on top of already having to pay. I don't remember if they really have to pay or whatever the deal is with that. Anyway.
Okay. So secondarily with callings, individuals who pursue surgical, medical, or social transition away from their biological sex at birth are not called or assigned to fulfill gender-specific roles. They cannot serve as teachers or work with children or youth. Again. What kind of message are we implying here?
Yeah. It's pretty clear what the message is.
And then the next one is basically you have to use the restroom that aligns with the biological sex at birth, as they say. And if there is not one for you in the building that you are in, then you have to go find your own.
Yeah, that's cute. So you can't even... Yeah, that's awful. Can you imagine someone has, like, transitioned years and years ago, and suddenly that person is at church and they have to go into their assigned at birth gender bathroom? How... I mean, people don't think of these things.
So those are the changes.
It's obvious that they don't want... I mean, the message is very clear.
Oh, yeah.
Which is just... It really is... for the people who are holding out for the church to change, it is probably getting much harder to be holding out.
Yeah.
Because this is just... I mean... This is in a alignment with all of the culture war bullshit that's going on right now, including in the state of Utah.
Yep.
That they're calling special sessions to vote on.
So
just on these issues.
Elise says it perfectly. A trans person can't work with the youth, but by all means keep letting the old white guys talk to your children about touching themselves behind closed doors. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like once again, this is not the issue.
Yeah. There's a man in my parents' ward who's a registered sex offender, and they don't have to disclose that to anybody.
Nope. Yeah, like for a child charge. Like not just like a child. And I got hate from his wife because I told some people about it. And that was when I was in high school. So I was making waves back then and people didn't like me back then. And I was like, well, you know, he's in a ward with children. And if I was a parent, I would want to know.
Yeah. I mean, even something, I didn't get all of the details of it because I was away on my mission and didn't inquire. And I wish I would have, because there's like no records of this because it was not handled by any sort of law enforcement or anything like that. But there was a sex abuse scandal in my ward perpetrated by a young man who victimized several other kids in the ward, and they just swept that shit under the rug. I don't think anything happened,
including his
other
sisters,
than relocating them in a different ward.
They relocated them, and our stake president at
the time was a lawyer. Or they redrew the lines or something.
So that worked out really well.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So I can't even like say this has to be alleged because I don't really know what happened.
But it was a massive controversy at the time. Because, like, everybody kind of knows.
Yeah.
Like, there are certain people who know, and then certain people talk, and then everybody's aware, and then leadership doesn't address it or do anything about it.
Yep.
And if I recall, nothing was really... I mean, because that's a child who's committing like child on child, like inappropriate behavior. And so that child needs help. Like that child needs treatment for that behavior.
Yeah.
And that should be addressed, and he should not have access to, you know, his siblings in his home,
let alone other
people,
other children.
Yeah, but like that's just, again, like that's where like the real issue lies. But
Yeah.
like we're over here like
let's cover that
here.
up. It's all good. I've seen videos of him like singing in church, so I guess everything is smoothed over. But yeah, don't if the trans folks come to your ward, don't let them use the bathroom that is for their gender. They have to use
saying no gender specific callings.
Wait, so they're limiting access to AFAB callings? Yeah.
Like any specific gendered calling, so anything like that would fall under the Relief Society or Elders Quorum or Young Men's or Young Women's, like it would have to be something like the one that comes to mind is like
Welcome
the library.
Welcome Committee or the library. Maybe the Welcome Committee is actually
that's under Relief Society, I'm pretty sure, because that's
so
a
like
woman's
chorister or organist, pianist, or things like that. Jordan and McKay, I have a link to a petition to strengthen laws nationwide. We have a horrible case down in Henrietta. Okay, about 1.5 years ago, the bastard himself and his wife. We'll have to put the link in the chat, Aya.
So yeah, that's the changes. I haven't seen as much conversation around this. People are kind of equating it with like what happened in 2015 when they said that children of like same-sex married parents couldn't be baptized, which if you recall was a big exodus of people from the church because people didn't agree with that and lots of Mormons left over that.
Yeah.
And so
but the thing about this one is I feel like, and I'm about to disparage progressive Mormons. I feel like progressive Mormons don't care about trans issues like they do gay issues.
I mean, that's why I don't think this is going to make as much waves.
I don't think it's going to be. Only mods can share links in YouTube chat?
Oh, you can email it to us.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, just email it to us. jordanandmckay@gmail.com.
How have we been doing this that long and I had no fucking clue that was
I mean, it's
case.
probably for good if you get like spammed with something.
Yeah. When did that change? Because the prawn bots.
The prawn bots.
Shout out to the prawn bots
Yes, and Sage kicking the prawn bots out. I mean, we've been live for long enough. Usually they come around to us by now.
It hasn't happened in a long time. I think YouTube
happened in a
cracked down.
minute.
Shout out YouTube crackdown. Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like that's what it is. Because I mean, I didn't even hear about this. I didn't see it because this is like a hot button issue for a lot of people, especially, I mean, even still with people who have left the church, because you have to deconstruct to the bone, all the way down. The Mormonism influences everything you think.
Well, this is obviously going to impact parents of trans kids who are still Mormon.
Is.
And that might be something that if I was a parent in this scenario that might push me out. Which I mean, in my opinion, I said Mormonism was either going to get more progressive to try to appeal to more people and like go kind of the Christian evangelical route a little bit, or they were going to thin the herd.
Kind of are.
Or they were going to thin the herd and focus on like the true righteous disciples who are willing to be bigots because it's what the Lord commands. And I think they're doing the latter of the two.
They're speaking out of both sides of their mouth, though, because remember I showed you there was like a whole worship concert that they did.
I do remember that.
For like the young adults. I'm not fucking kidding you guys.
It was like a Christian worship service.
If I didn't, I showed it to Jordan. She was like, "What's up with this Christian worship service?" And I was like, "Look at the website that this video is on, at the Church of Jesus Christ .org." So they're like, I feel like they're just kind of like feeling their way. I don't know, with the evangelical crowd or type. They can they can make some headway there while also leaning into the right-wing hate machine.
Yeah. Heavenly Father is still transphobic, I fear, Mormon leadership. Yep,
Yeah.
that's it right there. And it's not going to get any better because just like Jewel Gazer just said, Oaks is next in line and he is
I saw a picture of
bigot.
him recently.
He's not far
he didn't
behind
look
Rusty,
good.
hopefully.
Yeah, he's on the way
Oh,
out,
you
too.
know he's going to be so miffed if he doesn't get his time as prophet. He's probably praying
He's gonna
every
be
night that Rusty kicks the bucket.
He is going to
so he
be
can have his
cursing
opportunity.
Krusty Rusty's name for sure.
If fucking Rusty ruins this for him, he will be so miffed. Oaks is known for being extra bigoted, yeah. He's like, if there's going to
He's
be
bigot plus.
anti-gay, anti-trans conversation during like church leadership events, like conference, he's going to be the one that gives it.
Oh, he's the champion of that
He's the
shit.
champion of that. So
The
that's
bigots have
who's
their
next.
champion. His name is Dallin Oaks.
Unless he bites the dust before then.
Which would be such a shame. Obviously, we would never wish that on anybody.
Next in line after Oaks, I don't know who's next in line.
I think it might be Holland.
Is it really?
Yeah,
Oh,
but he's
die
not
too.
doing. These guys are all so fucking
domino
advanced
effect
in
over
age
here.
at this point.
Well, they're all like generally pretty old for men,
Yeah.
especially.
I have a feeling it's gonna be like it was a couple years ago when like 3 died in the span of a couple months.
It's like a rule of threes, you
Yeah.
know. Okay, so I think that about wraps up. We've gone just about like every possible
I
direction
know.
tonight.
Thanks for the show, Rex.
Yeah. I'm going to have to look into some of these now.
Oaks would make anyone who doesn't fit the mold lives in a hell. Or lives a living hell. As much as he could. Yeah, he definitely would. Holland, too. I hope he never sees the day. That
I used to
motherfucker
love him.
crossed me. I hope
whole
he never
muskets
gets
thing.
his day in the limelight. Yeah.
Then the Silver
Anyway.
Fox. Is that... Who's the Silver Fox? Is that Christofferson?
Definitely not Iring. It's got to be Christopher.
How far down the rung is Susan Bednar's husband? I think he's
That dude's biting it, too.
further
Guarantee.
down. But he's
Should we
younger
look?
than the majority of them. Obama.
Let's look.
Who is next in line?
Usually the graphic kind of lays it out. Fuck. Okay, that doesn't do anything for me. I don't
That's
think.
not the
Is this
right order.
That's not the right order.
Or isn't it? Is Quentin? Where does Quentin fit? Isn't he?
Oh, he might be able to. He might be able to run the race.
That's what I'm thinking.
Who is?
Your special witnesses. I need the order. Just tell me the order. Thank you. Ballerina Farm was the most time I ever spent researching for a video. So it has been very vindicating for me for it to get to this point.
Yeah, I think it's Holland.
And then Dieter? Dieter's too young. He's not far enough.
Yeah, because they're out of the running technically. Because I think Holland was before Iring, then Dieter. Yeah, I think this is the right. Wait, we can see their ordination date, 2004.
Why do they make it so hard now?
2004. So they're on the same level, but Dieter has the legs to go that far. And
He's
then
83.
94. Yeah, he's fucking old.
These guys are all so old. How old is David Bednar?
2008.
He's 72.
He's definitely one
He
of
was
the younger
called by
ones.
Pinkley,
He didn't
yeah.
look very good though.
No, he doesn't look very good.
I hope Bednar doesn't get his day in the limelight. Yeah, I don't either, because that guy's
He'll be
a
terrible,
piece
too.
of garbage.
I've heard awful things about Ronald Rasband too. Like
Pray tell.
from people who worked for the church that said that he was like absolutely horrible to deal with. So I would not love to see that.
Garrett Gong, we've met him before. He was actually an advisor under the Obama administration. So bringing it back to Obama.
Mm-hmm. Then Dieter donated to a Democratic campaign a few years ago and got a bunch of flack for it. His campaign
yeah, I
donations
forgot
are
about
public.
Patrick Kieran, the new guy.
Oh, the new guy. He's only 63.
Yeah, he's definitely the youngest.
Yeah. Okay, well, Baloney's over here, so let's show Baloney.
Okay, Baloney, come here. You have to bid adieu to the folks. Just like Jacob in the Book of Mormon. Speaking a language that didn't even exist yet.
Put him up to the camera so they can get a better look.
Tell the people. No one's stopping you. Here. Everybody. The prodigal son returned. Look how long he is. Yoop. Now he's getting mad at me. All right. All right.
Tom was over here.
Hopefully you've learned your lesson about coming over here.
He was, I don't know if you guys saw in the Michaela Skinner video, Tom was like loafing off to the side.
Yeah. I was like, because we turned around when we finished filming and we were like, there's no way that he was seen, right? That's so awful. And then I went back and was editing. I was like, yes, he's like right there,
you can
so
see
perfectly.
Him loafing in the background. It's so cute.
Oh, no, little ginger baby.
Gingy baby.
Tom.
Thomas. You want to come up here?
Who knows?
Tom was
We
down
don't know
here,
where he
but
is.
Tom.
An attic kitty time. Go back real quick.
An attic kitty time?
Baloney. I feel bad. Y'all should have seen his tail last night. It looked like a raccoon's tail. He was
him and
so.
Tom were play fighting.
Yeah, I kind of riled him up. He was sitting in my chair at the counter while we were eating, and so I just started fucking. Don't drink my tea, asshole. So I just started like riling him up while he was sitting there and petting his fupa because sometimes he likes it and sometimes he doesn't. But he didn't move, so it was all good. We were having fun. And then he turned into a demon, and I regretted it.
Yeah, if you follow us on
Rising
Instagram,
butt.
sometimes I post him and Tom's play fights because
Yeah,
they're
so
pretty
there's
funny.
an advertisement for the Instagram.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So go follow us, Jordan and McKay, on
Check that out.
Instagram. Say goodnight, Baloney.
Okay, folks, we're going to
Good
hit
night,
it.
Oh, Tom's right here.
Jordan hasn't eaten any food, so I need to put food in her
Tom.
gullet.
Do you want to show Tom? He never gets attention.
I know. The people want to see you. Ugh. I hijacked him. Oh, they're both in frame, everybody.
Wow, what a moment.
Everybody,
this is.
perceive him.
Baloney, don't bite him.
Don't. Oh, yeah, I was also using Tom because Tom was like wanting attention, so then I was using Tom to kick Baloney.
It was pretty funny. Baloney loves him even though he fights him sometimes.
Anyway, we love you all. You're all amazing. Thanks for joining us and hanging out and all your awesome little
new recorded video will probably be next
requests.
week by the time we get it done.
Yeah. It should have an ad integration, so we'll have to get it approved before we can show out for all you. So Wednesday at the earliest, probably more likely Thursday.
Okay.
So just be aware of that. And then, yeah.
We love you.
What did I miss there? I seen something. Okay. We love you. You're awesome. You're amazing. We love you.
We will see you
Did
soon.
I say we love you? Thank you for watching.
Watch
and
party next Wednesday.
Stream will be good night soon.
Love you.
Or
Bye.
something like that. Love you. Bye.